Tonight we'll explore the most impactful moments of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. Their story stretches across the animated series, where Bulbasaur proved its loyalty by refusing to evolve. Ivysaur marked the promise of growth during festival battles, and Venusaur stood tall as a symbol of strength in grand tournaments. Their journey is one of patience, quiet strength, and steady resilience. As the night deepens, we will follow their path with gentle steps. Each memory will open slowly, like petals in the sun. Welcome to Sleepy Pokémon, where nostalgic adventures guide you into deep, peaceful rest. Chapter 1: Roots of Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, a dual-type grass and poison Pokémon, first appears in the Kanto region. It is known for the peculiar seed planted on its back at birth. This seed grows with Bulbasaur, drawing nutrients from the Pokémon's body. According to the Pokédex entries in Pokémon Red and Blue, this seed is integral to Bulbasaur's development. As it matures, the seed begins to sprout, marking the first step in its evolutionary journey. Bulbasaur is often chosen by new trainers as a starter Pokémon due to its balanced stats and versatile moveset. Its ability to learn moves like Vine Whip early on provides an advantage against rock and ground type opponents. This makes Bulbasaur a strategic choice for trainers facing the Pewter City Gym, where Brock's rock-type Pokémon await. As Bulbasaur evolves into Ivysaur, the changes are noticeable. The once small seed has grown into a bulb that sits prominently on its back. The Pokédex entry for Ivysaur notes that this bulb begins to bloom when exposed to sunlight. This transformation signifies Ivysaur's increasing power and readiness for further evolution. Ivysaur's legs become stronger, allowing it to support the weight of the growing bud. This stage of evolution emphasizes the importance of sunlight in its development, hinting at its future capabilities. Ivysaur's moveset expands as well, incorporating more powerful grass-type moves such as Razor Leaf. This move is known for its high critical hit ratio, making Ivysaur a formidable opponent in battles. Trainers often rely on Ivysaur's ability to withstand attacks while delivering precise counterattacks. The final stage of evolution is Venusaur. By this point, the bulb has fully bloomed into a large flower. The Pokédex entry in Pokémon Yellow highlights Venusaur's flower for its sweet aroma, which attracts other Pokémon. This characteristic not only adds to Venusaur's majestic appearance, but also plays a role in its ecological interactions within its habitat. Venusaur's flower is not just for show. It serves a crucial function in battle. The flower can absorb sunlight to unleash Solar Beam, one of the most powerful grass-type moves available. Solar Beam requires a turn to charge, but delivers devastating damage when released. This move exemplifies Venusaur's ability to harness nature's energy for offensive power. In later generations, Venusaur gains access to Frenzy Plant, a special grass-type move exclusive to fully evolved starter Pokémon. Frenzy Plant delivers immense damage but requires a recharge period afterward. This move underscores Venusaur's role as a powerhouse capable of turning the tide in battles. Throughout their evolutionary line, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur maintain their status as reliable companions for trainers. Their adaptability and strength make them ideal choices for various challenges encountered during a trainer's journey across Kanto and beyond. In the anime, Bulbasaur is often depicted as loyal and courageous. Ash Ketchum's Bulbasaur exemplifies these traits, frequently stepping up to protect fellow Pokémon and assist in critical battles. Despite opportunities to evolve, Ash's Bulbasaur chooses to remain in its initial form, showcasing its determination and strength of character. The evolutionary line of Bulbasaur remains iconic within the Pokémon world. From the humble beginnings of a small seedling to the grandeur of a fully bloomed Venusaur, This line represents growth and potential harnessed through nature's power. As one of the original starter Pokémon from Kanto, Bulbasaur continues to be a beloved choice for both new and veteran trainers alike. Chapter 2. Ash meets Bulbasaur. Ash Ketchum, on his journey through the Kanto region, found himself wandering into a lush and secluded area known as the Hidden Village. This place was a sanctuary for injured Pokémon, hidden away from the bustling world outside. As Ash, Misty, and Brock navigated through the dense foliage, they encountered various traps designed to protect the village from intruders. These traps were cleverly set up to ensure that only those with pure intentions could enter. The hidden village was under the watchful eye of a Bulbasaur, a grass and poison-type Pokémon known for its distinctive bulb on its back. Bulbasaur acted as the fierce guardian of this haven, ensuring that no harm came to its inhabitants. Its dedication to protecting the injured Pokémon was unwavering, and it would not hesitate to confront anyone it deemed a threat. Ash and his friends soon found themselves face to face with this determined Bulbasaur. The Pokémon stood firm, ready to defend its home. Its vines whipped through the air with precision, a testament to its strength and agility. Ash admired Bulbasaur's courage and determination, but he knew that he needed to prove his intentions were good. Team Rocket, always lurking nearby with their schemes, attempted to capture the Pokémon of the Hidden Village. Bulbasaur sprang into action, using its Vine Whip to fend off their advances. Despite Team Rocket's persistence, Bulbasaur's protective instincts shone through. It fought bravely, ensuring that the sanctuary remained safe from harm. Ash realized that in order to gain Bulbasaur's trust, he needed to demonstrate his own commitment to protecting Pokémon. He challenged Bulbasaur to a battle, hoping to show that he was worthy of being its trainer. The battle was intense, with Bulbasaur using its vines skillfully to counter Ash's moves. Pikachu, Ash's loyal companion, stepped forward to face Bulbasaur in a true one-on-one battle. The hidden village grew still as vines cracked through the air, Bulbasaur using Vine Whip and Leech Seed to keep Pikachu at bay. Pikachu darted quickly, answering with nimble dodges. The match was evenly fought, with Bulbasaur showing the same courage it had used to guard the sanctuary. At last, Pikachu gathered its strength and released a powerful thunderbolt. The strike landed cleanly, overcoming Bulbasaur's defenses and leaving it unable to continue. Melanie, who had watched quietly, assured Bulbasaur that Ash could be trusted. She explained that Ash had protected the hidden village with kindness, just as Bulbasaur had always done. With her encouragement, Ash threw a Pokéball. It struck the weary Bulbasaur, and after shaking 3 times, it clicked shut. In that quiet moment, Bulbasaur became part of Ash's team. It was not captured by chance or trickery, but through a fair battle and the bond of trust that followed. This marked the beginning of one of Ash's most enduring friendships. Bulbasaur's addition brought a new dynamic to Ash's team. Its protective nature and strength complemented Pikachu's agility and quick thinking. Together, they would face numerous challenges across Kanto and beyond. The bond between Ash and Bulbasaur grew stronger with each adventure they shared. In the Hidden Village, life continued as usual for the other Pokémon under Melanie's care. Melanie was grateful for Ash's help in keeping Team Rocket at bay and ensuring the safety of her charges. She watched as Ash and his friends departed, knowing that Bulbasaur had found a trainer who truly understood its spirit. As they left the Hidden Village behind, Ash looked forward to the adventures that awaited him and his growing team of Pokémon friends. With Bulbasaur by his side, he felt ready to tackle whatever challenges lay ahead on his quest to become a Pokémon master. Chapter 3. Bulbasaur in the Indigo League. The Indigo League had finally arrived, and Ash Ketchum walked into the tournament with the team of partners who had carried him through his earliest adventures. Among them was Bulbasaur, steady and dependable, a Pokémon whose courage had already shone many times before. Ash trusted it deeply, and he believed that its loyalty and strength could help him rise through the ranks. The early rounds of the league brought excitement and tension. Ash and Bulbasaur battled through opponents with determination, showcasing a mixture of speed, strategy, and heart. Bulbasaur's Vine Whip struck with accuracy, while Razor Leaf cut cleanly through defenses. Time after time, Ash called on it to hold the line, and Bulbasaur answered with resilience that impressed the crowd. By the time Ash advanced to the fourth round, the bond between trainer and Pokémon was stronger than ever. It was here that Ash met Jeanette Fisher, a calm and polite young trainer with an unusual team. She stepped into the arena carrying quiet confidence, and when she released her Pokémon, the crowd murmured in surprise. Her choice was a Bellsprout, thin, delicate, and almost fragile in appearance. To most watching, it looked like a poor match for Ash's battle-tested Bulbasaur. Ash himself felt reassured, certain that his partner's experience and powerful grass-type techniques would see them through. When the referee signaled the start, Bulbasaur leapt into action. Ash called for a quick Vine Whip, and the green vines snapped forward. But to everyone's astonishment, Bellsprout bent its slender body and spun out of the way with ease. Razor Leaf followed, sharp leaves cutting through the air, only for Bellsprout to duck gracefully, weaving as if it were dancing across the battlefield. Again and again, Bulbasaur pressed the attack, each move backed by its determination to win. Yet every strike missed its mark. Bellsprout moved with incredible agility, its movements fluid and unorthodox, far faster than Ash had expected. The crowd's laughter and gasps filled the stadium, as Bulbasaur, usually so reliable, found itself unable to land a single blow. Jeanette's Bellsprout then shifted from defense to offense. Its thin limbs lashed out with surprising power, striking Bulbasaur repeatedly. Each hit drew grunts of effort, but Bulbasaur refused to yield. It planted its short legs firmly, enduring far more punishment than its small frame suggested possible. Ash encouraged it from the sidelines, his voice filled with urgency, reminding Bulbasaur that it had overcome challenges before. But the momentum had turned. Bellsprout's unusual style simply outmatched Bulbasaur. No matter how hard it tried, Bulbasaur could not pin down its opponent. Finally, after a relentless flurry of blows, Bellsprout delivered the decisive strike. Bulbasaur staggered, then fell to the ground, unable to continue the battle. Silence swept the arena before giving way to cheers for Jeanette's unexpected strategy. Ash lowered his eyes, humbled by the defeat. For him, it was a reminder that appearances in battle can be deceiving, and that every Pokémon, no matter how unassuming, carried strength in its own way. Though it had lost, Bulbasaur walked away from the Indigo League match as it always had, loyal, courageous, and steadfast. The defeat did not lessen Ash's admiration. Instead, it deepened his respect for a partner who gave everything it had until the very end. And for Ash, it was another lesson that true growth as a trainer comes as much from defeat as it does from victory. Chapter 4: The Grass-Type Tournament. The Grass-Type Tournament was a unique event held in a lush, verdant arena surrounded by towering trees and vibrant flora. Trainers from all over gathered to showcase their grass-type Pokémon, each eager to demonstrate the unique abilities of their partners. Ash Ketchum, with his trusty Bulbasaur by his side, entered the competition with determination. He was keen to highlight Bulbasaur's strengths against some of the most skilled grass-type specialists. The tournament began with an air of excitement and anticipation. Trainers and their Pokémon prepared for the battles ahead, each match promising to be a display of strategy and skill. Bulbasaur, with its bulb gleaming under the sunlight, was ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. Ash had full confidence in Bulbasaur's abilities, knowing that its heart and strategy could outshine even the toughest opponents. In the first round, Bulbasaur faced off against an Oddish. The battle commenced with Oddish attempting to use its sleep powder, a move known for incapacitating opponents quickly. However, Bulbasaur anticipated this and countered with a swift Vine Whip, disrupting Oddish's attack and gaining an early advantage. The crowd watched as Bulbasaur then used Leech Seed, a move that sapped Oddish's energy while replenishing its own. This strategic play allowed Bulbasaur to maintain control of the match, eventually securing a victory. As the tournament progressed, Bulbasaur found itself up against an Exeggutor in the quarterfinals. Exeggutor was a formidable opponent, known for its powerful psychic-type moves that could easily overwhelm challengers. Ash instructed Bulbasaur to stay nimble and avoid Exeggutor's attacks. The match was intense, with Exeggutor launching a barrage of confusion attacks. Bulbasaur dodged skillfully, waiting for the right moment to strike back. When the opportunity arose, Bulbasaur unleashed its Razor Leaf attack. The sharp leaves sliced through the air with precision, hitting Exeggutor squarely and causing it to stagger. Seizing the moment, Bulbasaur followed up with another Leech Seed. The seeds took root on Exeggutor, gradually draining its strength while fortifying Bulbasaur's resolve. The crowd was captivated by Bulbasaur's tenacity and clever use of moves. Despite being up against a larger and seemingly stronger opponent, Bulbasaur's strategic approach turned the tide of the battle. Exeggutor struggled under the continuous drain of energy from Leech Seed, eventually succumbing to exhaustion. With this victory, Bulbasaur advanced to the semifinals. Throughout the tournament, Bulbasaur's performance earned admiration from both spectators and competitors alike. Its ability to combine heart with strategy was evident in every match. Even without evolving into Ivysaur or Venusaur, Bulbasaur demonstrated that it could hold its own against evolved forms and larger adversaries. In each battle, Bulbasaur's competitive spirit shone brightly. It was clear that Ash's training had honed not only its physical abilities but also its tactical acumen. The bond between Ash and Bulbasaur was palpable. Their mutual trust and understanding were key components in their success. The Grass-type tournament continued to unfold with thrilling matches and unexpected outcomes. Trainers and Pokémon alike learned from each encounter, growing stronger with every challenge faced. For Ash and Bulbasaur, this event was more than just a competition. It was an opportunity to prove their mettle and showcase the strength that lay within them. Bulbasaur's journey through the tournament highlighted its resilience and fighting spirit. Each victory reinforced its capabilities as a formidable grass-type Pokémon. As the tournament progressed towards its climax, all eyes remained on Bulbasaur, a testament to its enduring determination and skillful prowess in battle. Chapter 5: Ivysaur at the Evolution Festival. The garden was bathed in a soft, silvery light as the moon hung high above. The air was cool and still, with only the faint rustle of leaves breaking the silence. A gathering of Bulbasaur filled the clearing, their bulbs glowing gently in the moonlight. This was a special night, the Evolution Festival, an event that occurred only when conditions were just right. The Bulbasaur stood quietly, their eyes reflecting the moon's glow. Each one seemed to be in a state of peaceful anticipation. The garden itself was a lush expanse of greenery, with vines and flowers weaving through the trees. The scent of blooming flora filled the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of the soil. As the night deepened, the glow from the Bulbasaur's bulbs intensified. It was as if they were drawing energy from the moon itself. The transformation was about to begin. Slowly, one by one, the Bulbasaur began to change. Their bodies grew larger, and their legs became sturdier. The bulbs on their backs split open, revealing budding flowers that would soon bloom into full petals. The transformation into Ivysaur was a sight to behold. The newly evolved Pokémon stood taller, their eyes filled with a new sense of awareness and strength. The petals on their backs unfurled slightly, hinting at the vibrant blooms they would soon become. It was a natural progression, a step forward in their journey. Amidst this serene transformation, one Bulbasaur stood apart from the rest. Ash's Bulbasaur watched as its companions evolved, its own bulb glowing brightly yet showing no signs of change. It seemed to be deep in thought, considering its own path. Ash stood nearby, observing his Pokémon with quiet understanding. He knew that evolution was a personal choice for each Pokémon. He had seen it before with Pikachu, who had also chosen not to evolve into Raichu. Ash respected Bulbasaur's decision, whatever it might be. The other Ivysaur turned to look at Ash's Bulbasaur, their eyes gentle and encouraging. But Bulbasaur remained steadfast. It closed its eyes for a moment, then opened them with renewed determination. The glow from its bulb dimmed slightly, signaling its decision to remain as it was. Ash knelt beside Bulbasaur, placing a reassuring hand on its head. "It's okay," he said softly. "You don't have to evolve if you're not ready." His voice was calm and supportive, reflecting his bond with his Pokémon. Bulbasaur looked up at Ash, its eyes filled with gratitude and trust. It nuzzled against his hand, reaffirming their connection. For Bulbasaur, staying true to itself was more important than following the path of evolution. The other Ivysaurs seemed to understand and accept Bulbasaur's choice. They returned to their own transformations, their petals continuing to bloom under the moonlight. The garden remained a place of tranquility and growth. As the night wore on, Ash and Bulbasaur stayed together in the clearing. The moon cast a gentle glow over them, highlighting the strength of their friendship. In this moment of quiet understanding, they found peace amidst the natural wonders around them. The Evolution Festival continued without interruption, each Ivysaur embracing its new form under the watchful eye of the moon. For Ash and Bulbasaur, this night marked another chapter in their journey together, a journey defined by choice and mutual respect. The garden remained serene as dawn approached, signaling an end to the night's transformations. Yet for Ash's Bulbasaur, it was not an end but a continuation of its unique path alongside its trusted trainer. Chapter 6: Venusaur and Island of the Giant Pokémon. After the luxury cruise bound for the Orange Islands was sunk in a storm, Ash's Pokémon were separated from their trainer. Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle washed up together on the mysterious island of the giant Pokémon, an unfamiliar place filled with strange sights and sounds. At first, the group believed they had stumbled upon a land where Pokémon grew to unimaginable size. Towering figures of Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur appeared against the horizon, casting long shadows that made the small group of companions feel even smaller. Cautiously, Bulbasaur and the others crept closer to investigate. The massive Venusaur stood above them, its enormous flowers spread wide across its back, petals larger than tree canopies. Its eyes glowed faintly in the dim light, and its stiff movements sent a shiver through the group. The sound of metal scraping against metal echoed through the stillness of the island, and soon the truth became clear. These were not living Pokémon at all. They were mechanical giants, abandoned remnants of a theme park experiment that had long since fallen into disrepair. The Pokémon realized they were navigating an amusement park built for humans, one that had featured enormous robotic versions of familiar species as attractions. The illusion of life was convincing from a distance, but up close the truth was impossible to ignore. Sparks occasionally flickered from Venusaur's joints, and the mechanical flower turned rigidly as though guided by gears rather than sunlight. For Bulbasaur, gazing at this lifeless imitation of what it might someday become was an unsettling experience. The giant Venusaur resembled the evolutionary form it could achieve through growth and sunlight, but without the heart, warmth, or spirit of a living Pokémon. Its size and presence were intimidating, yet hollow. Where real Pokémon carried individuality and emotion, the robot displayed only programmed movements and unfeeling strength. As the smaller Pokémon pressed deeper into the island, they realized that survival depended on teamwork. The mechanical Pokémon could not be reasoned with, and their sheer size made confrontation dangerous. Pikachu's leadership, Squirtle's determination, Charmander's courage, and Bulbasaur's steadiness kept the group moving together despite their fear. The giant Venusaur became less of a symbol of awe and more of a challenge to overcome. By nightfall, the truth of the island was fully revealed. The theme park had collapsed years earlier, leaving only its creations wandering aimlessly. The Pokémon gathered near the forest's edge, the mechanical Venusaur looming in the background as the moon rose above the ruins. Though it was not alive, its silhouette reminded Bulbasaur of the growth that lay ahead, a future of strength and maturity waiting on its own natural path. For Ash's Pokémon, the night ended not in victory over a rival, but in quiet survival. The giant Venusaur and its companions underscored an important lesson, that true power comes not from size or machinery, but from loyalty, heart, and the bonds of friendship. Chapter 7. Bulbasaur and the Orange Islands. The Orange Islands were unlike anything Ash had seen before. Each new island carried its own surprises, from tropical landscapes to unusual battling formats, and his team of Pokémon had to adapt constantly. For Bulbasaur, this part of the journey was an opportunity to reaffirm its strength and loyalty, even while questions of evolution lingered. Ash sometimes encouraged Bulbasaur to evolve, believing it might gain an advantage against strong regional opponents. But Bulbasaur consistently refused, firmly grounded in its sense of identity. Just as Pikachu had once rejected a Thunderstone to remain in its current form, Bulbasaur made its own stand. Ash respected this choice, recognizing that what mattered most was trust and shared resolve rather than forced change. Bulbasaur participated in several key battles across the Orange Islands. In Pokémon Double Trouble Episode 89, Ash competed under unique Orange League rules that required creativity and adaptability. Bulbasaur shone in this environment, using its Vine Whip to maneuver across obstacles as well as to attack. These unusual contests showcased its versatility, proving it could thrive even outside the usual battle conditions. One of Bulbasaur's most notable matches came against Gym Leader Rudy's Exeggutor in Misty Meets Her Match, Episode 105. Exeggutor's towering frame and powerful attacks seemed overwhelming, but Bulbasaur stood its ground. It endured attacks and responded strategically with Solar Beam, a move that required charging sunlight before unleashing devastating force. The climactic strike secured Ash a badge and reminded the audience that Bulbasaur, though unevolved, carried immense power and resolve. Outside of the arena, Bulbasaur continued to act as a steady presence in Ash's group. It was nurturing and protective, helping to calm disputes among other Pokémon, and easing the transition for new companions. Whether supporting Pikachu or guiding less experienced teammates, Bulbasaur often played the role of caretaker. This aspect of its personality grew clearer during the Orange Islands, reinforcing its value beyond raw strength. The islands also emphasized friendship and respect. Ash learned firsthand that victories did not always depend on evolution, and Bulbasaur's refusal to change forms became symbolic of self-confidence and staying true to one's nature. Its victories were not only measured in battles won, but in the lessons it helped Ash and his companions carry forward. By the time the Orange League concluded, Bulbasaur's contributions stood out. Against creative opponents and in tropical conditions that tested endurance, it proved itself repeatedly. More than just a battler, Bulbasaur demonstrated the courage to define its own path. In this arc, Bulbasaur reaffirmed its importance as one of Ash's most reliable partners. Through victories, refusals to evolve, and steady support of the team, it showed that strength can come not only from transformation, but also from remaining true to oneself. Chapter Oct. Movie Debut. Mewtwo Strikes Back. In Pokémon the first movie, released in 1998, Venusaur takes center stage during a pivotal moment. Mewtwo, the genetically engineered Pokémon, begins his plan by creating clones of various Pokémon, including a Venusaur. This clone is meant to fight alongside others in a demonstration of Mewtwo's power and control. The movie opens with Mewtwo's laboratory, where he uses advanced technology to clone Pokémon from their genetic material. The Venusaur clone emerges from its pod, identical in appearance to the original, but marked with distinct patterns to signify its cloned nature. This scene sets the stage for the dramatic events that follow. As the movie progresses, Ash Ketchum and his friends find themselves on New Island, where Mewtwo has summoned the world's best trainers. Among them is a trainer with a powerful Venusaur. The original Venusaur and its clone face off in a rain-soaked stadium, a central scene that highlights the tension between natural Pokémon and their cloned counterparts. The battle is intense. The stadium, designed by Mewtwo, is surrounded by high walls and an open sky, allowing rain to pour down relentlessly. The ground becomes muddy, adding an extra layer of challenge for the battling Pokémon. The original Venusaur stands firm, its wide leaves glistening with rainwater. Across from it, the cloned Venusaur mirrors its stance, ready to prove its superiority. Both Venusaur use their signature moves. The original unleashes a powerful vine whip, its vines lashing out with precision. The clone counters with its own vine whip, matching the original move for move. The clash of vines creates a spectacle of strength and skill as they intertwine in mid-air. The battle continues with both Venusaur using Razor Leaf. Sharp leaves fly through the air, slicing through the rain with ease. Each attack is met with a counterattack, showcasing the equal strength of both Pokémon. The rain intensifies, drumming against the stadium floor and adding to the dramatic atmosphere. Despite the fierce competition, there is an underlying theme of unity and understanding that begins to emerge. As the battle rages on, Ash and his friends watch from the sidelines, realizing that the conflict between originals and clones is more than just a physical battle. It is a struggle for identity and acceptance. As the movie reaches its climax, Mewtwo's plans begin to unravel. The battle between Venusaur and its clone is interrupted as Mewtwo confronts Mew, the legendary Pokémon from which he was cloned. Their confrontation shifts the focus from individual battles to a larger conflict about existence and purpose. In the end, Mewtwo comes to an understanding about his place in the world. He decides to erase the memories of those involved in the conflict, including those of Ash and his friends, This resolution allows everyone to return to their normal lives without recollection of the events on New Island. Though memories are erased, the impact of Venusaur's involvement in this legendary battle remains significant. Its presence during these key moments highlights not only its strength, but also its role in one of Pokemon's most memorable stories. Chapter 9. Bulbasaur and Johto Journeys. When Ash and his friends traveled into Johto, Bulbasaur remained a steady presence at his side. By this point in their journey together, Bulbasaur was no longer simply a strong battler. It was seasoned, reliable, and known for its resilience. The Johto region introduced Ash to new companions and new rivals, and Bulbasaur helped provide balance amid all the change. Early in Johto, Ash encountered Casey, a young trainer devoted to the Electabuzz baseball team, who carried a spirited Chikorita. Their battle is seen in the Double Trouble header, episode 134. Chikorita charged into the fight with enthusiasm, whipping its leafy head with surprising force. Bulbasaur, however, showed the calm experience of a veteran. It countered with Vine Whip, deflecting Chikorita's attacks, and then used Tackle to seize momentum. The difference in experience between the two Pokémon was clear. Casey encouraged her partner to keep trying, but Bulbasaur's steadiness proved too much, and it won the match cleanly. Throughout Johto, Bulbasaur faced many challenges against trainers and wild Pokémon alike. One encounter pitted it against a fierce hound. Hounder's ember burned brightly and forced Bulbasaur onto the defensive, but it adapted quickly, planting Leech Seed to sap its opponent's strength. The vines rooted deeply, draining Hounder's stamina as Bulbasaur kept its distance. The battle highlighted Bulbasaur's growing tactical sense, not just relying on power, but on patience and strategy. Ash valued this adaptability. Battles in Johto often required more than head-to-head exchanges. Opponents used creative tactics, and Bulbasaur responded with calm determination. Its ability to adjust made it one of Ash's most dependable Pokémon. When called into action, it rarely faltered. Yet Bulbasaur's role in Johto was not limited to battles. Ash's team began to expand with new captures, and sometimes personalities clashed. To keep harmony, Ash made the decision to leave Bulbasaur at Professor Oak's lab, knowing it could serve as a calming influence among the other Pokémon. This was not a farewell, but a recognition of Bulbasaur's maturity and leadership. At Oak's lab, Bulbasaur quickly became a mediator. Disagreements between powerful Pokémon were common, whether Tauros jostling for territory or Hera cross-asserting itself too aggressively. In one instance, Tauros and Hera cross-locked horns in a heated standoff. Bulbasaur intervened, stepping between them with firm vines and a steady gaze. It used its presence not to dominate, but to de-escalate. The tension eased, and peace returned to the pasture. Professor Oak observed this new role with admiration, often telling Ash stories during phone calls. He noted how Bulbasaur's patience and empathy allowed it to bridge gaps between Pokémon of very different temperaments. Oak considered it one of the most important peacemakers in his care. For Ash, knowing Bulbasaur was helping in this way filled him with pride. He recalled their journey from Kanto to Johto, realizing how much his Pokémon had grown. The battles they had shared had forged strength, but the calm leadership Bulbasaur now displayed showed true maturity. Bulbasaur's story in Johto was one of transition. From fierce fighter to steady caretaker, it proved that strength comes in many forms. On the battlefield, it continued to win matches with clever tactics. At Oak's lab, it ensured harmony and balance among dozens of Pokémon. In both places, it showed the same loyalty, determination, and heart that had defined it since Ash first met it in the Hidden Village. Chapter 10. Meets Bulbasaur and Hoenn. May's journey through Hoenn took an exciting turn when she encountered a shy yet determined Bulbasaur. It happened during a visit to the mysterious tower in the episode Ivysaur's Mysterious Tower. The tower was surrounded by lush greenery, a perfect habitat for grass-type Pokémon. May's eyes lit up when she spotted the Bulbasaur, its large eyes peeking out from behind a bush. She could sense its potential and was drawn to its gentle nature. The capture was a significant moment for May. Bulbasaur, with its bulb ready to bloom, seemed to mirror her own budding journey as a Pokémon coordinator. At first, Bulbasaur was hesitant, often hiding behind May during their travels. However, it quickly adapted to the rhythm of contests, where it found a new way to express itself. In contests, Bulbasaur shone brightly. Its appeals were marked by elegance and charm, captivating audiences with every move. During one memorable contest, it used Vine Whip to create intricate patterns in the air, followed by a dazzling display of Razor Leaf that sparkled under the stage lights. The crowd erupted in applause, and the judges were visibly impressed by its grace. Meets Bulbasaur faced many rival coordinators, each battle sharpening its skills and building its confidence. One notable opponent was Drew, whose Roselia was known for its beauty and precision. In their contest battle, Bulbasaur's strategic use of Leech Seed and Solar Beam showcased its versatility and creativity. Though it was a tough match, Bulbasaur's performance left a lasting impression on both the audience and the judges. As May continued her journey through Hoenn, she and Bulbasaur grew closer. They developed a strong bond based on trust and mutual respect. This connection was evident in their seamless coordination during contests, where even the smallest gestures were perfectly synchronized. When May decided to travel to Kanto, Bulbasaur accompanied her without hesitation. The change of scenery brought new challenges and opportunities for growth. In Kanto, Bulbasaur encountered different Pokémon and coordinators, each experience adding to its development. During their time in Kanto, Meets Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur. The evolution marked a new chapter for both trainer and Pokémon. Ivysaur's increased strength and confidence were evident in contests where it continued to captivate audiences with its performances. Its appeals became more sophisticated, incorporating new moves like Petal Dance that added layers of complexity to its routines. May's journey with Ivysaur in Kanto was filled with memorable moments and valuable lessons. Each contest brought new challenges that tested their skills and creativity. Through perseverance and teamwork, they overcame obstacles and celebrated victories together. Ivysaur's evolution symbolized May's growth as a coordinator. Just as Ivysaur blossomed into a more powerful form, May matured into a skilled and confident trainer. Their journey together was a testament to the power of friendship and determination. Throughout their travels, May and Ivysaur continued to inspire others with their performances. Their story was one of growth and transformation, reflecting the endless possibilities that awaited them on their journey as coordinator and Pokémon partners. Chapter 11. Contest Spotlight with Meets Bulbasaur. Meets Bulbasaur had always been a reliable partner, but it was during the Pokémon contests that its true potential shone. In the appeal rounds, Bulbasaur's combination of Petal Dance and graceful spins captivated audiences. The petals swirled around like a colorful vortex, creating a mesmerizing display that highlighted Bulbasaur's agility and control. This performance was not just about beauty, it demonstrated precision and timing, essential elements in any contest. May and Bulbasaur's journey began when they traveled to Kanto, As seen in episode 384, The Right Place and the Right Mime, their bond deepened further in episode 408, Grass Hysteria, where Bulbasaur learned to trust May completely. In the Grass Pokémon Reserve, surrounded by its kind, Bulbasaur initially hesitated to leave. However, May's patience and understanding helped it overcome its fears, strengthening their partnership. In the contest arena, Bulbasaur's creativity set it apart. During the battle rounds, it relied on strategy rather than sheer power. One memorable tactic involved using Vine Whip to manipulate the environment. By wrapping its vines around obstacles or opponents, Bulbasaur could redirect attacks or create openings for counterattacks. This ingenuity often caught opponents off guard, turning the tide in May's favor. As May progressed through the contest circuit, she and Bulbasaur faced increasingly skilled opponents. Each battle was a learning experience, pushing them to refine their techniques. The bond they shared was evident in their seamless coordination during contests. May's commands were precise, and Bulbasaur responded with unwavering confidence. The Kanto Grand Festival marked a pivotal moment in their journey. It was here that Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur, a transformation that symbolized both its growth and May's development as a coordinator. The evolution occurred during a particularly intense battle round. Faced with a formidable opponent, Bulbasaur tapped into its inner strength, evolving at the critical moment to secure victory. With its new form, Ivysaur brought enhanced abilities to the contests. Its vines were stronger and more versatile, allowing for more complex maneuvers. The petals from Petal Dance were now larger and more vibrant, adding an extra layer of spectacle to their performances. Ivysaur's evolution also meant new moves to master, providing fresh opportunities for creative appeal combinations. May continued her contest career with Ivysaur by her side, entering competitions across regions. Each contest was a chance to showcase their growth and adaptability. Ivysaur's presence on stage was commanding. Its confidence mirrored May's own evolution as a trainer and coordinator. Their journey together was a testament to the power of trust and teamwork. From the early days in Kanto to the heights of the Grand Festival, May and Ivysaur exemplified what it meant to grow together. They faced challenges head-on, learning from each experience and emerging stronger each time. The contests were more than just competitions. They were stages where May and Ivysaur could express their creativity and bond. The audience watched as they executed intricate routines with precision and flair. Every move told a story of friendship and perseverance. As they traveled from one contest to another, May and Ivysaur continued to inspire others with their performances. Their journey was far from over, with new challenges awaiting them in every region they visited. Each contest was an opportunity to learn and evolve further. In the world of Pokémon contests, May and Ivysaur had found their place in the spotlight. Their partnership was a shining example of what could be achieved through dedication and mutual trust. Chapter 12, Ivysaur and Venusaur in Battle Frontier. Ash's Battle Frontier journey brought him face-to-face with a series of frontier brains, each one testing his growth as a trainer in unique ways. Among the most memorable encounters was his match against Spencer, the frontier brain of the Battle Palace. Unlike the other facilities, the Battle Palace emphasized harmony between trainer and Pokémon, encouraging combat that reflected trust, instinct, and understanding. It was here that Ash and his team confronted Spencer's mighty Venusaur, a battle that demanded more than tactics alone. The setting itself was distinctive. The Battle Palace was not a conventional arena, but rather a natural environment. A wide open field surrounded by lush greenery, with water and rocks scattered across the terrain. This mirrored Spencer's philosophy that battles should unfold in harmony with nature. Ash immediately realized that this challenge would be different. It was not about commanding every move, but about relying on the bond he had built with his Pokémon. When Spencer released his Venusaur, its massive flower glowed under the sunlight, a living embodiment of power and maturity. Its presence was commanding, towering over Ash's team and radiating calm strength. Spencer's bond with Venusaur was clear from the start. He didn't bark orders in a rigid manner, but instead guided his Pokémon with subtle encouragement, trusting it to act on instinct. The battle began with Venusaur demonstrating its connection to nature by drawing in sunlight for Solar Beam. The air shimmered as it charged, and the moment it released the beam, the entire field lit up. Ash's Pokémon scrambled to avoid the devastating blast. The sheer force of the move reminded Ash that brute strength alone would not win the day. Venusaur then followed with Frenzy Plant, a grass-type move reserved for the most experienced Pokémon. Enormous roots erupted from the ground, tearing through the battlefield with unstoppable momentum. The spectacle was as awe-inspiring as it was dangerous, showing the devastating potential of Venusaur at its peak. Ash realized that to overcome this opponent, he would have to rely not only on clever counterattacks, but also on the resilience and instinctive trust of his team. Ash's Swellow played a crucial role, darting high above the battlefield and using its aerial mobility to avoid Venusaur's grounded assaults. Time and again, Venusaur's vines and roots lashed upward, but Swellow's speed kept it safe. Ash called for Aerial Ace at just the right moment, striking through the gaps in Venusaur's defenses. The clash of power and agility highlighted the unique contrasts between the two battling styles. Spencer's reliance on nature's overwhelming strength and Ash's strategy of adaptation and timing. The match stretched on with both sides refusing to yield. Ash encouraged his Pokémon with every ounce of his energy, urging them to trust their instincts. That spirit carried them through, as they found openings in Venusaur's otherwise unshakable composure. Ultimately, Ash's persistence and his Pokémon's determination turned the tide, securing him victory in a hard-fought contest. Venusaur's role in this battle left a lasting impression. It was not just a test of strength, but a lesson in balance of trusting Pokémon to act freely while still working in harmony with their trainer. Spencer's philosophy resonated with Ash, reinforcing the idea that battles were not solely about commands but about the partnership between human and Pokémon. In the end, Ash's win at the Battle Palace was as much about growth as it was about competition. Venusaur had pushed him to think differently, to respect instinct and environment, and to realize that true victory comes from fighting alongside Pokémon, not just in front of them. Chapter 13, Game Origins, Pokémon Red and Blue. In 1996, Pokémon Red and Blue were released in Japan, marking the beginning of a phenomenon that would capture the imaginations of millions. Players started their journey in Pallet Town, where Professor Oak offered them a choice between 3 Pokémon: Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Each had its own strengths and weaknesses, but Bulbasaur stood out for its unique combination of grass and poison types. Choosing Bulbasaur meant starting with a Pokémon that had a natural advantage in the first gym battle. Pewter City's gym leader, Brock, specialized in rock-type Pokémon. His Geodude and Onix were formidable opponents for many new trainers. However, Bulbasaur's grass-type moves were particularly effective against rock types. Vine Whip, one of Bulbasaur's early moves, could easily cut through Geodude's defenses, giving trainers a significant edge in this initial challenge. After conquering Pewter Gym, trainers with Bulbasaur faced a different kind of challenge at Cerulean City's gym. Misty, the gym leader, was known for her water-type Pokémon. Her Starmie was especially tough due to its speed and powerful water-type attacks. Here, Bulbasaur's grass type was again useful, but the battle required more strategy. Starmie's water attacks were less effective against Bulbasaur, but its psychic moves posed a threat. Trainers needed to carefully manage their tactics to ensure victory. As Bulbasaur gained experience and grew stronger, it evolved into Ivysaur and eventually Venusaur. This evolutionary path expanded its moveset and increased its battle capabilities. Venusaur became known for its resilience and versatility in battles. Its ability to learn powerful moves like Solar Beam made it a valuable asset against various opponents. By the time trainers reached the Elite Four, Venusaur had become a reliable partner. Its diverse moveset allowed it to take on different types of Pokémon effectively. Against Lorelei's ice types, Venusaur's grass moves were less effective, but its poison type provided some resistance against her Jinx's psychic attacks. Bruno's fighting types were less of a threat due to Venusaur's bulk and ability to withstand physical hits. Agatha's ghost types required careful planning, as their immunity to normal type moves meant trainers needed to rely on Venusaur's non-typical moves like Toxic or Sleep Powder to gain an advantage. Lance's dragon types presented another challenge where Venusaur's durability helped it endure powerful dragon-type attacks while chipping away at their health. Ultimately, Venusaur proved itself as a potential member of any champion team. Its balanced stats and wide range of moves made it adaptable to various battle scenarios. Trainers who chose Bulbasaur at the start found themselves with a Pokémon that could stand toe-to-toe with some of the toughest opponents in the game. The legacy of Bulbasaur as one of the original starters offered by Professor Oak has endured over the years. Its role in early gym battles and eventual evolution into Venusaur highlighted its importance in the Pokémon world. As players navigated through Kanto, they discovered that each choice they made shaped their journey in unique ways. Chapter 14: Venusaur's Competitive Legacy. Venusaur, the final evolution of Bulbasaur, made its competitive debut in the first generation of Pokémon games. Trainers quickly recognized its potential, particularly due to its access to Sleep Powder and Leech Seed. These moves allowed Venusaur to incapacitate opponents and gradually sap their health while recovering its own. This strategy became a cornerstone of Venusaur's early competitive use, as documented by resources like Bulbapedia and Smogon. In the early days, Venusaur's grass poison typing provided useful resistances against common water and electric-type moves. However, its weaknesses to fire, ice, flying, and psychic types pose significant challenges. Despite these vulnerabilities, Venusaur's ability to support its team with status moves and sustain itself with Leech Seed made it a valuable asset in battles. The competitive scene evolved with each new generation, but Venusaur remained relevant. Its adaptability was further demonstrated when Mega Evolution was introduced in Pokémon X and Y in 2013. Mega Venusaur gained the Thick Fat ability, which reduced damage from fire and ice-type attacks. This enhancement significantly bolstered its defensive capabilities, allowing it to withstand hits from some of its most threatening adversaries. Mega Venusaur's Thick Fat ability transformed it into a formidable tank. Trainers could now use it to absorb hits that would have previously been devastating. This change allowed for more strategic flexibility in team compositions. Mega Venusaur could effectively counter popular threats while maintaining its role as a supportive and resilient presence on the battlefield. The introduction of Mega Evolution also brought changes to Venusaur's stat distribution. Its increased bulk and special attack power made it even more versatile. Trainers could tailor their strategies to either focus on defensive play or capitalize on its offensive potential. This adaptability ensured that Mega Venusaur remained a staple choice in competitive play throughout Generation 6. With the release of Pokémon Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor expansion, Gigantamax forms were introduced, offering yet another layer of strategic depth for Venusaur. Gigantamax Venusaur featured a unique G-Max move called G-Max Vine Lash. This move not only dealt damage but also inflicted residual damage over several turns to non-grass-type opponents. This added a new dimension to Venusaur's tactical repertoire, allowing it to exert pressure on opposing teams over time. Gigantamax Venusaur's design also emphasized its connection to nature, with massive vines and leaves adorning its form. This visual transformation highlighted its role as a powerful grass-type Pokémon capable of dominating the battlefield with both offense and defense. Throughout its competitive legacy, Venusaur has consistently adapted to the changing landscape of Pokémon battles. From its early days using Sleep Powder and Leech Seed to its evolution into Mega and Gigantamax forms, Venusaur has proven itself as a versatile and enduring presence in the competitive scene. Its ability to disrupt opponents while supporting its team has cemented its reputation as a reliable choice for trainers seeking a balanced and effective grass-type Pokémon. As new generations continue to emerge, Venusaur's legacy endures through its adaptability and strategic depth. Its journey from the original games to the latest expansions showcases the enduring appeal of this iconic Pokémon in competitive battling circles. Chapter 15: Bulbasaur and Mystery Dungeon. In Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, released in 2005, players could choose Bulbasaur as their main character or partner Pokémon. The game begins with a unique personality quiz that determines which Pokémon the player will become. Bulbasaur often emerges as a choice for those who exhibit calm and thoughtful traits. This aligns well with Bulbasaur's nature, known for its serene demeanor and ability to adapt to various situations. Once the game starts, Bulbasaur finds itself in a world where Pokémon can talk and form rescue teams. The narrative revolves around forming a team to help other Pokémon in distress. Bulbasaur's calm personality fits naturally into this rescue team narrative. Its presence is comforting to other team members, often including Charmander and Pikachu, who are frequent partners in the story cutscenes. These interactions highlight Bulbasaur's supportive role within the team. In the dungeons, Bulbasaur's moveset becomes crucial for survival. Razor Leaf is one of its primary attacks, allowing it to hit multiple enemies at once with sharp leaves. This move is particularly effective against water-type Pokémon, which are common in many dungeons. Sleep Powder is another valuable move in Bulbasaur's arsenal. It can put opponents to sleep, providing a strategic advantage by incapacitating foes temporarily. This allows the team to either escape or launch a more coordinated attack. The gameplay mechanics of Mystery Dungeon emphasize teamwork and strategy. Bulbasaur's abilities complement those of its teammates, creating a balanced dynamic. For instance, while Charmander might use Ember to deal direct damage, Bulbasaur can use Sleep Powder to control the battlefield. This synergy is essential for overcoming the challenges presented in each dungeon. Throughout the game, players encounter various story cutscenes that further develop Bulbasaur's character. These scenes often depict moments of camaraderie and determination as the team faces increasingly difficult missions. The bond between Bulbasaur and its partners grows stronger with each challenge overcome. This sense of unity is a central theme in the Mystery Dungeon series. In 2020, the Rescue Team DX remake reintroduced Bulbasaur to a new generation of players. The updated graphics and enhanced gameplay mechanics brought fresh life to the classic story. Players once again had the opportunity to experience Bulbasaur's journey through the mysterious world of Pokémon dungeons. The remake retained the core elements that made the original games beloved by fans, while adding new features to enhance the experience. Bulbasaur's role in both the original and remake versions of Mystery Dungeon left a lasting impression on players. Its calm demeanor and strategic moves made it an ideal choice for those seeking a balanced and thoughtful approach to dungeon exploration. As players navigated through treacherous terrains and rescued fellow Pokémon, Bulbasaur remained a steadfast companion, embodying the spirit of teamwork and resilience that defines the series. The combination of engaging gameplay, memorable characters, and strategic depth ensured that Bulbasaur's presence in Mystery Dungeon would be fondly remembered by fans. Its ability to adapt and thrive in various situations made it a versatile and reliable partner throughout the adventure. Whether facing formidable foes or lending support to its teammates, Bulbasaur proved to be an invaluable member of any rescue team. Chapter 16: Smash Bros. Appearances. In 2008, Super Smash Bros. Brawl introduced Pokémon Trainer as a playable character, bringing Ivysaur into the fray. As the middle evolution of the Grass-type starter line, Ivysaur stood out with its unique moveset, which was designed to emphasize its plant-based abilities. Players could switch between Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard during battles, offering a dynamic gameplay experience. Ivysaur's moveset in Brawl was crafted around its natural abilities. Vine Whip allowed it to strike opponents from a distance, effectively controlling space on the battlefield. This move was particularly useful for keeping foes at bay and setting up for more powerful attacks. Razor Leaf added another layer to Ivysaur's ranged capabilities. The move sent sharp leaves flying toward opponents, dealing damage while maintaining a safe distance. The highlight of Ivysaur's arsenal was Solar Beam, which served as its final smash. When activated, Ivysaur would unleash a powerful beam of solar energy, devastating any opponent caught in its path. This move required precise timing and positioning, but offered significant reward when executed correctly. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, released in 2018, saw the return of Ivysaur, alongside Pokémon Trainer. The game brought back all previous fighters from the series, ensuring that fans could once again enjoy battling with their favorite characters. Ivysaur's inclusion in Ultimate maintained the representation of the Grass-type starter line and allowed players to reconnect with this beloved Pokémon. In Ultimate, Ivysaur retained its signature moveset while benefiting from various gameplay enhancements. The mechanics of Vine Whip and Razor Leaf were fine-tuned to fit the faster pace of Ultimate's battles. Solar Beam remained as impactful as ever, providing players with a powerful tool to turn the tide of a match. Ivysaur's presence in the competitive Smash scene grew over time. Players appreciated its versatility and ability to control space effectively. The combination of ranged attacks and whip-like strikes made Ivysaur a popular choice among competitors who valued strategic playstyles. Tournaments often featured skilled players showcasing Ivysaur's potential. Its ability to switch between offense and defense seamlessly allowed for creative strategies that kept opponents guessing. The competitive community recognized Ivysaur as a character that required precision and adaptability, rewarding those who mastered its moveset. As part of Pokémon Trainer's team, Ivysaur contributed to a balanced approach in matches. Players could switch between Squirtle's speed, Ivysaur's range, and Charizard's power to adapt to different situations. This flexibility made Pokémon Trainer a unique character in the Smash roster, offering diverse gameplay options. Ivysaur's appearances in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Ultimate solidified its status beyond the Pokémon universe. Its role in these games introduced it to new audiences and provided longtime fans with fresh ways to engage with the character. The combination of iconic moves and strategic depth ensured that Ivysaur remained a memorable part of the Smash Bros. Experience. Through its journey in Super Smash Bros., Ivysaur demonstrated the enduring appeal of Pokémon characters in crossover titles. Its presence highlighted the creativity involved in adapting Pokémon abilities for fighting games, while maintaining their original essence. Chapter 17. Movie Appearance. Celebi, Voice of the Forest. In the movie Pokémon Forever, Celebi, Voice of the Forest, released in 2001, the lush ilex forest in Johto serves as the backdrop. Ash, Misty, and Brock find themselves amidst a vibrant ecosystem teeming with grass-type Pokémon. The forest is alive with the rustling of leaves and the gentle calls of Pokémon. As they venture deeper, they encounter a variety of grass Pokémon, including Oddish and Bellsprout, flitting through the underbrush. The forest feels ancient and mystical, with sunlight filtering through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. The air is fresh and filled with the earthy scent of moss and foliage. It is here that Ash and his friends first catch sight of Ivysaur and Venusaur, two powerful grass-type Pokémon known for their connection to nature. These Pokémon are not just part of the forest, they are its guardians. Ivysaur stands proudly with its bud blooming atop its back, exuding a sense of calm strength. Nearby, Venusaur, larger and more imposing, moves with a deliberate grace. Its massive flower blooms fully, spreading a sweet fragrance that attracts other Pokémon. Both Ivysaur and Venusaur seem to blend seamlessly into their surroundings, their green hues matching the verdant landscape. As Ash and his companions watch, Celebi appears, shimmering with a mystical aura. Celebi, known as the Voice of the Forest, is a legendary Pokémon with the power to travel through time. It flits around Ivysaur and Venusaur, its presence reinforcing the harmony between legendary and ordinary Pokémon. The scene is serene, with Celebi's gentle hum mingling with the sounds of the forest. The movie portrays themes of nature and forest restoration vividly. Celebi's role as a guardian of the forest is central to the story. When danger threatens Ilex Forest, Ash and his friends step in to help. They work alongside Ivysaur, Venusaur, and other forest Pokémon to protect their home. The cooperation between humans and Pokémon highlights a deep bond that transcends species. Throughout these scenes, Ivysaur and Venusaur play crucial roles in aiding Celebi. Their strength and connection to nature are pivotal in restoring balance to the forest. As Ash and his friends strategize to fend off threats, Ivysaur uses its vines to clear obstacles while Venusaur unleashes powerful solar beam attacks to ward off danger. Their actions demonstrate how ordinary Pokémon can stand alongside legendary ones in times of need. The presence of Ivysaur and Venusaur underscores the movie's theme of harmony within nature. Their interactions with Celebi show that every creature has a role in maintaining ecological balance. As Ash watches these Pokémon work together, he gains a deeper appreciation for the natural world around him. The Ilex Forest setting is integral to this narrative. Its depiction as a sanctuary for Pokémon emphasizes the importance of preserving such environments. The film captures moments where sunlight breaks through thick foliage, illuminating patches of wildflowers and creating an atmosphere of peace. As Ash and his friends continue their journey through Johto, they carry with them lessons learned from their time in Ilex Forest. The experience strengthens their resolve to protect Pokémon habitats wherever they go. The bond formed between humans and Pokémon during these events leaves an indelible mark on their adventure. In Pokémon Forever, Celebi, Voice of the Forest, Ivysaur and Venusaur's appearances alongside Celebi highlight how ordinary Pokémon contribute to extraordinary events. Their presence enriches the story's exploration of nature's beauty and resilience. Chapter 18. Bulbasaur returns in Advanced Generation. In episode 408 of the Pokémon Advanced Generation series, titled Grass Hysteria, Ash's Bulbasaur makes a memorable return. The episode begins with Ash and his friends arriving in a dense forest in the Hoenn region. The lush greenery reminds Ash of his early days in Kanto, where he first met Bulbasaur. As they venture deeper into the forest, Ash reminisces about the times Bulbasaur helped him through various challenges, from battling gym leaders to facing off against Team Rocket. Bulbasaur's reappearance is marked by its familiar cry, echoing through the trees. Ash's face lights up with recognition and joy as Bulbasaur emerges from the foliage, looking as determined and loyal as ever. The reunion is heartwarming, with Pikachu excitedly greeting its old friend. This moment brings back memories of their adventures together, including the time Bulbasaur bravely defended its home in the hidden village. After the reunion, Ash learns that Professor Oak has sent Bulbasaur to help manage some conflicts at his lab. The lab is bustling with Pokémon from both Kanto and Hoenn, each with its unique temperament. Bulbasaur's role as a peacemaker becomes evident as it steps in to mediate disputes between Ash's Pokémon from different regions. Its calm demeanor and natural leadership skills help maintain harmony among the diverse group. Professor Oak praises Bulbasaur for its ability to bring order to the chaos. He notes how Bulbasaur has always been a natural leader, capable of earning the respect of other Pokémon. This quality was evident even during its early days at Oak's lab, where it often took charge in organizing activities among the Pokémon residing there. As Bulbasaur continues to mediate conflicts, Ash watches with admiration. He recalls how Bulbasaur has always been a steadfast companion, never hesitating to step up when needed. Whether it was standing up to powerful opponents or helping new Pokémon adjust to life at the lab, Bulbasaur's loyalty and dedication have always been unwavering. The episode highlights several instances where Bulbasaur's leadership shines. In one scene, a disagreement arises between Ash's Corphish and Torkoal over territory near a pond. Bulbasaur intervenes with a firm yet gentle approach, using its vine whips to separate the two before calmly negotiating a compromise. Its ability to communicate effectively with different species showcases its deep understanding of Pokémon behavior. Ash reaffirms his trust in Bulbasaur, acknowledging how vital it has been to his journey as a trainer. He reflects on how Bulbasaur has grown since their first meeting and how it continues to play a crucial role in his team. This bond is further emphasized when Ash entrusts Bulbasaur with important tasks at Oak's lab, confident in its ability to handle any situation that arises. As the day comes to an end, Ash and his friends prepare to leave the forest. Bulbasaur remains at Oak's lab, ready to continue its duties as a mediator and leader. Its presence is a comforting reminder of the strong bonds formed through shared experiences and adventures. Bulbasaur's return in Grass Hysteria not only brings nostalgia for fans, but also reinforces its special place in Ash's team. Its enduring loyalty and leadership abilities make it an invaluable companion, capable of bridging gaps between different Pokémon and fostering unity among them. Chapter 19. Venusaur in Kalos and Mega Evolution. In 2013, Pokémon X and Y introduced Mega Evolution to the world, a concept that would forever change how trainers viewed their Pokémon. In the Kalos region, Professor Sycamore was at the forefront of this discovery. He explained to Ash and his friends that Mega Evolution was a temporary transformation that could only be achieved through a strong bond between a Pokémon and its trainer, along with the use of a Mega Stone. This revelation brought new excitement and strategy to battles. One of the Pokémon that benefited from this new form was Venusaur. Known for its large flower and robust build, Venusaur's Mega Evolution enhanced these features significantly. The flower on its back grew even larger, and its vines became thicker and more powerful. This transformation not only altered its appearance, but also its abilities in battle. Mega Venusaur gained the ability, Thick Fat, which provided it with resistance to two of its major weaknesses, fire and ice-type moves. This defensive boost made Mega Venusaur a formidable opponent in battle, allowing it to withstand attacks that would have previously been devastating. Trainers quickly recognized the strategic advantage this provided, making Mega Venusaur a popular choice in competitive battles. Ash first encountered a Mega Venusaur during his journey through Kalos. The sight of the massive Pokémon, with its vibrant flower and imposing presence, left a lasting impression on him. In battle, Mega Venusaur demonstrated its enhanced capabilities by using its boosted defenses to withstand powerful attacks from opponents. Its ability to absorb damage while retaliating with strong grass-type moves made it a challenging adversary. The introduction of Mega Evolution also brought Venusaur back into the spotlight alongside Charizard and Blastoise. As one of the original starter Pokémon from the Kanto region, Venusaur had always been a favorite among trainers. However, with the addition of Mega Evolution, it now stood proudly as one of the few Pokémon to receive this special form. This recognition further cemented its place in the hearts of trainers around the world. In the anime, Professor Sycamore's explanation of Mega Evolution was detailed and informative. He demonstrated how the bond between trainer and Pokémon was crucial for achieving this transformation. Ash listened intently, eager to learn more about this new phenomenon. The professor's passion for research and discovery was evident as he shared his knowledge with Ash and his friends. Mega Venusaur's design was carefully crafted to reflect its newfound power. The larger flower on its back symbolized its increased strength, while the thicker vines hinted at its enhanced abilities in battle. This attention to detail made Mega Venusaur not only a powerful ally, but also a visually striking one. As Ash continued his journey through Kalos, he encountered various trainers who had mastered the art of Mega Evolution. Each battle provided him with new insights into how different Pokémon adapted to their Mega forms. The experience broadened his understanding of Pokémon battles and deepened his appreciation for the bond between trainer and Pokémon. Mega Venusaur's impact on battles was undeniable. Its ability to withstand attacks that would have previously been super effective allowed trainers to devise new strategies and approaches. This adaptability made it a versatile choice for many trainers seeking to gain an edge in competitive play. The legacy of Mega Evolution in Kalos extended beyond just battles. It represented a new era of possibilities for trainers and their Pokémon, encouraging them to forge stronger connections and explore new strategies. For Venusaur, this meant a resurgence in popularity and recognition as one of the original starters that had evolved alongside the game itself. With each encounter in Kalos, Ash learned more about the potential of Mega Evolution and how it could change the dynamics of battles. The journey through this region offered him opportunities to witness firsthand the power and beauty of these transformations, leaving him inspired for what lay ahead on his adventure. Chapter 20: Bulbasaur and Alola and Journeys. In the Alola region, Bulbasaur makes several appearances, reminding fans of its enduring charm. During the Pokémon Sun and Moon anime series, Bulbasaur is seen in brief cameos. In one episode, a group of Bulbasaur is spotted in a lush forest, basking under the tropical sun. Their presence is subtle but significant, serving as a gentle nod to the Pokémon's lasting popularity. These cameos are not central to the plot, but provide a comforting familiarity for longtime fans. Ash Ketchum's journey in Pokémon Journeys brings Bulbasaur back into the spotlight. In this series, Ash revisits Professor Oak's lab in Pallet Town. Here Bulbasaur is seen taking on a caretaker role, managing the interactions among the various Pokémon residing there. This role highlights Bulbasaur's nurturing nature and leadership skills, traits that have been consistent since its early days with Ash. In one particular episode of Pokémon Journeys, Ash reflects on his past adventures while at Oak's lab. Flashbacks show moments from his travels in Kanto, where Bulbasaur played a crucial role in many battles and challenges. These flashbacks serve as a bridge between Ash's early adventures and his current journey, illustrating how far he has come while maintaining connections to his roots. Bulbasaur's presence at Oak's lab is more than just a nostalgic callback. It symbolizes continuity and growth. As Ash meets new friends and explores new regions, Bulbasaur remains a constant figure in his life. This continuity is emphasized when Ash introduces his new friends to Bulbasaur, sharing stories of their past exploits together. The bond between Ash and Bulbasaur is further highlighted in episodes where Ash faces challenges that require teamwork and trust. The memories of past battles with Bulbasaur inspire Ash to apply those lessons to his current situations. This connection between past and present adventures reinforces the idea that Pokémon journeys are not just about catching new Pokémon, but also about cherishing old friendships. Bulbasaur's role as a caretaker at Oak's lab also showcases its ability to adapt and thrive in different environments. While it once traveled extensively with Ash, it now finds fulfillment in nurturing younger Pokémon and maintaining harmony among them. This evolution of its character adds depth to its personality and underscores its importance within the Pokémon world. In Pokémon Journeys, Bulbasaur occasionally appears in episodes where Ash communicates with Professor Oak via video calls. During these calls, Bulbasaur can be seen in the background, often interacting with other Pokémon or helping Professor Oak with various tasks. These glimpses into life at Oak's lab provide viewers with a sense of continuity and connection to Ash's origins. The enduring presence of Bulbasaur across different series and regions highlights its significance not only to Ash but also to the broader Pokémon community. Its appearances serve as a reminder of the rich history of Pokémon adventures and the bonds formed along the way. As new generations of fans discover Pokémon through series like Sun and Moon or Journeys, Bulbasaur acts as a link between the past and present. Bulbasaur's journey from Kanto to Alola and beyond exemplifies the timeless appeal of Pokémon. Its appearances in newer series ensure that it remains a beloved character for both longtime fans and newcomers alike. By continuing to play an active role in Ash's life and at Oak's lab, Bulbasaur bridges the gap between different eras of Pokémon storytelling. Chapter 21. Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. In Pokémon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, released in 2018, players can find Bulbasaur early in their journey. This grass and poison-type Pokémon is located in the lush expanse of Viridian Forest. The forest, filled with tall trees and dappled sunlight, offers a sense of nostalgia for those familiar with the original Pokémon Red and Blue games. As trainers navigate through the forest, they may encounter Bulbasaur among the wild Pidgey and Caterpie. In addition to finding Bulbasaur in the wild, players have another opportunity to add this Pokémon to their team. In Cerulean City, a kind-hearted NPC offers a Bulbasaur as a gift. This occurs after players have caught at least 30 different species of Pokémon. The gift Bulbasaur provides a strategic advantage for upcoming battles, especially against water-type opponents like Misty, the Cerulean City gym leader. Bulbasaur's evolution path remains consistent with its original journey. At level 16, it evolves into Ivysaur. This evolution marks a significant growth in its abilities and appearance. Ivysaur stands taller and more robust than its previous form, with a bud on its back beginning to bloom. The evolution into Ivysaur enhances its battle capabilities, making it a more formidable opponent against various types. As players continue their adventure through the Kanto region, Ivysaur eventually evolves into Venusaur at level 32. Venusaur is a powerful and majestic Pokémon, with a large flower blooming on its back. This final evolution is not only visually striking, but also brings significant improvements in stats and moves. Venusaur's access to powerful moves like Solar Beam makes it an invaluable partner for trainers. The journey from Bulbasaur to Venusaur mirrors the experience of players who embarked on their first Pokémon adventure decades ago. Yet the Let's Go games offer a modern twist with updated graphics and mechanics. Players can see their Pokémon following them outside of battle, adding a layer of immersion and connection to their team. In Viridian Forest, encountering Bulbasaur is a moment that combines discovery with nostalgia. The forest itself is home to various bug-type Pokémon, providing ample opportunity for trainers to test their skills. The presence of Bulbasaur adds an element of surprise for those who remember the original games where it was not available in the wild. Cerulean City serves as a pivotal point in the game, where players can receive Bulbasaur as a gift. This city is known for its proximity to water and its iconic gym leader, Misty. Having Bulbasaur or its evolved forms provides an advantage against Misty's water-type Pokémon like Starmie and Psyduck. The evolution into Ivysaur at level 16 is a milestone for trainers. Ivysaur's increased strength and new moves make it more versatile in battles. It can learn moves like Razor Leaf, which are effective against rock and ground types encountered later in the game. Reaching level 32 allows Ivysaur to evolve into Venusaur. This evolution is significant not only for its power but also for its symbolic representation of growth and achievement. Trainers who reach this stage have likely formed a strong bond with their Pokémon. Venusaur stands as a testament to the player's journey through Kanto. Its presence on the team signifies both strategic planning and dedication. With access to moves like Petal Dance and Earthquake, Venusaur becomes a cornerstone of any trainer's strategy. The Let's Go games provide an opportunity for new generations to experience Kanto while offering longtime fans a chance to relive their adventures with modern enhancements. Whether encountering Bulbasaur in Viridian Forest or receiving it as a gift in Cerulean City, players can enjoy the timeless journey from Bulbasaur to Venusaur once again. Chapter 22: Venusaur and Pokémon Sword and Shield. In 2019, Pokémon Sword and Shield introduced players to the Galar region, a land filled with new adventures and Pokémon. However, it wasn't until the Isle of Armor expansion in 2020 that Venusaur made its grand entrance into the game. This expansion allowed trainers to explore a new area and encounter Pokémon not previously available in the base game. Among these was Venusaur, the final evolution of Bulbasaur, which quickly became a favorite among trainers for its powerful abilities and unique new form. Venusaur's addition to the Galar region came with an exciting twist: its Gigantamax form. When Gigantamaxed, Venusaur's flower grew to an enormous size, covering its back like a massive canopy. This transformation wasn't just for show. It came with a special move called G-Max Vine Lash. This exclusive move dealt damage over several turns, affecting all non-grass-type opponents on the battlefield. The strategic advantage of G-Max Vine Lash made Venusaur a formidable contender in battles. The design of Gigantamax Venusaur was striking. Its flower, already large in its normal form, became even more impressive. The petals spread wide, creating a vibrant display of colors that seemed to pulse with energy. This design was not only visually stunning, but also symbolized Venusaur's enhanced power in this form. Trainers were eager to add this version of Venusaur to their teams, both for its aesthetic appeal and its battle capabilities. In competitive play, Venusaur quickly gained popularity. Its ability to Gigantamax provided a significant edge in battles, particularly in the Video Game Championships (VGC) tournaments. Players appreciated Venusaur's versatility. It could function as both an offensive powerhouse and a defensive stalwart. Its grass poison typing allowed it to counter many common threats in the competitive scene, while its access to moves like Sleep Powder provided additional utility. The strategic use of G-Max Vine Lash was a game-changer in many matches. The residual damage it inflicted could turn the tide of battle, wearing down opponents over time. This made Venusaur an excellent choice for teams looking to apply consistent pressure on their opponents. Additionally, Venusaur's ability to set up Sunny Day or benefit from sun-boosted moves made it a key component in weather-based teams. Outside of competitive play, casual players also found joy in using Venusaur. Its Gigantamax form added an element of excitement to battles, and its design was a hit among fans of all ages. The Isle of Armor expansion provided an opportunity for trainers to bond with their Pokémon in new ways, and Venusaur was often at the center of these experiences. The introduction of Venusaur in Sword and Shield marked a significant moment for fans of the original Kanto starters. It brought nostalgia while also offering something fresh and exciting with its Gigantamax form. Trainers who had grown up with Bulbasaur were thrilled to see its final evolution receive such attention and care in the latest games. In the world of Pokémon Sword and Shield, Venusaur stood out as a symbol of strength and adaptability. Its presence in the Galar region enriched the gameplay experience for both new trainers and seasoned veterans alike. Whether battling competitively or exploring casually, Venusaur's impact was undeniable, cementing its place as a beloved Pokémon in the Galar region and beyond. Chapter 23: Pokémon Snap Appearances. In Pokémon Snap, released on the Nintendo 64 in 1999, players first encounter Bulbasaur in the river and cave courses. The river course offers a serene setting where Bulbasaur can be seen lounging on the banks, often in groups. Their playful nature makes them a delightful subject for photography. In the cave course, a twist awaits. Some Bulbasaur are actually Ditto in disguise, a detail that adds an element of surprise for keen-eyed players. Observing the subtle differences between real Bulbasaur and their Ditto counterparts becomes a rewarding challenge. Fast forward to 2021 with the release of new Pokémon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. This game expands the photographic journey with new environments and Pokémon to discover. Ivysaur makes its appearance in the jungle course, adding a layer of complexity to the lush scenery. Players can spot Ivysaur climbing trees, showcasing its agility and connection to nature. Capturing Ivysaur mid-climb requires patience and timing, as it often blends seamlessly with the verdant backdrop. Venusaur, the final evolution of Bulbasaur, also graces new Pokémon Snap with its presence. In the jungle level, Venusaur is found resting near a tranquil lake. Its massive form is hard to miss, but capturing its essence requires more than just pointing and shooting. Observing Venusaur basking in the sun, players can appreciate its majestic presence and the serene atmosphere it creates. The lake setting provides a picturesque scene that highlights Venusaur's connection to water and nature. The transition from Bulbasaur in the original Pokémon Snap to Ivysaur and Venusaur in new Pokémon Snap illustrates the evolution of both the Pokémon and the game itself. Each encounter offers unique challenges and rewards, encouraging players to explore different strategies for capturing the perfect shot. Whether it's identifying Ditto-disguised Bulbasaur or timing a photo of Ivysaur mid-climb, each moment adds depth to the player's experience. In new Pokémon Snap, players can use various tools to enhance their photography skills. Fluffruit can lure Pokémon into better positions, while Illumina orbs cause them to glow, creating stunning visual effects. These tools are particularly useful when photographing Venusaur by the lake, as they can coax it into more dynamic poses or interactions with its environment. The jungle level's design complements Venusaur's characteristics, with dense foliage and water features that reflect its grass and poison types. The ambient sounds of rustling leaves and distant Pokémon calls create an immersive experience that draws players into the world of Pokémon photography. The evolution of these Pokémon across both games mirrors the technological advancements in gaming over 2 decades. The original Pokémon Snap offered a groundbreaking experience for its time, allowing players to interact with Pokémon in their natural habitats through photography. New Pokémon Snap builds on this foundation with enhanced graphics, more complex environments, and a wider variety of Pokémon behaviors to document. Both games emphasize observation and patience as key skills for successful photography. Players must learn to anticipate Pokémon movements and behaviors, adapting their strategies to capture unique moments. This approach encourages a deeper appreciation for each Pokémon's role within its ecosystem. The inclusion of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur across both games highlights their enduring popularity within the Pokémon franchise. As players progress from photographing Bulbasaur by the river to capturing Venusaur by the lake, they experience a journey that celebrates both nostalgia and innovation within the world of Pokémon photography. Chapter 24. Trading Card Origins. In 1999, the Pokémon trading card game base set made its debut, marking a significant moment in the world of collectible card games. This set, published by Wizards of the Coast, introduced players to a new way of experiencing the Pokémon universe. Among the cards that captured the imagination of fans were Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur, each playing a pivotal role in the early days of the game. Bulbasaur, designated as card number 44 in the set, featured a simple yet charming design. The artwork depicted Bulbasaur in a serene forest setting, emphasizing its grass-type nature. With a modest 40 hit points and basic attacks like Leech Seed, Bulbasaur was an accessible card for beginners. Its presence in the base set was crucial for those looking to build a solid foundation for their grass-type decks. Ivysaur followed as card number 30. The evolution from Bulbasaur to Ivysaur brought an increase in power and complexity. Ivysaur's artwork showed it in a more dynamic pose, hinting at its readiness for battle. With 60 hit points and attacks like Vine Whip and Poison Powder, Ivysaur provided players with more strategic options. It was a vital step for trainers aiming to evolve their Pokémon into the formidable Venusaur. Venusaur, card number 15, stood out as one of the first holographic cards in the Pokémon TCG. Its shimmering surface made it a highly sought-after chase card among collectors and players alike. Venusaur's design captured its majestic presence, with vibrant colors that brought its grass-type power to life. Boasting an impressive 100 hit points and powerful attacks such as Solar Beam, Venusaur became a cornerstone of competitive grass-type decks. The base set's introduction of these 3 Pokémon cards laid the groundwork for countless strategies and deck combinations. Players quickly realized the potential of evolving Bulbasaur into Ivysaur, and eventually into Venusaur to unleash powerful attacks on their opponents. The synergy between these cards allowed for creative gameplay and strategic depth. Wizards of the Coast's decision to include holographic cards like Venusaur added an extra layer of excitement to collecting and playing. The holographic effect not only made these cards visually appealing, but also signified their rarity and value within the game. As players opened booster packs, the anticipation of discovering a holographic Venusaur became a thrilling experience. The impact of these cards extended beyond gameplay. They became symbols of nostalgia for many fans who grew up during this era. The artwork and design choices reflected the essence of Pokémon, capturing the imagination of both young trainers and seasoned collectors. As the Pokémon trading card game continued to evolve, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur remained iconic figures within the franchise. Their presence in the base set established them as foundational elements of grass-type decks, influencing deck-building strategies for years to come. The release of this set marked the beginning of a phenomenon that would grow exponentially over time. The Pokémon TCG became more than just a game. It became a cultural touchstone that connected fans across generations. The base set's introduction of these beloved Pokémon cards played a significant role in shaping this legacy. In 1999, as players shuffled their decks and prepared for battle, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur stood ready to lead them into countless adventures within the world of Pokémon. Chapter 25. Iconic Base Set Venusaur. In 1999, the base set holographic Venusaur card emerged as a symbol of prestige among Pokémon trading card game enthusiasts. Alongside Charizard and Blastoise, Venusaur was part of the Big Three, a trio of cards that quickly became the most sought after by collectors and players alike. The card's striking artwork, featuring a vivid depiction of Venusaur, with its lush foliage and commanding presence, captivated fans and secured its place in the annals of Pokémon history. Venusaur's appeal was not solely due to its aesthetic charm. In the competitive scene, Venusaur played a pivotal role in deck strategies that emphasized energy acceleration. Its Pokémon power, Energy Trans, allowed players to move grass energy cards between their Pokémon as needed. This ability was particularly effective when combined with Blastoise's Rain Dance strategy. The Rain Dance deck, which revolved around Blastoise's ability to attach multiple water energy cards per turn, could be adapted to include Venusaur for added flexibility. By transferring grass energy to Pokémon that required it at crucial moments, players could maintain an aggressive stance and outpace opponents. The synergy between Venusaur and Blastoise in these decks demonstrated the strategic depth of the Pokémon trading card game. Players who mastered this combination could execute powerful attacks with precision, often overwhelming their opponents with a relentless barrage of energy-fueled moves. The versatility offered by Venusaur's Energy Trans made it a valuable asset in any deck that relied on quick energy deployment and adaptability during matches. Collectors in 1999 were equally enamored with Venusaur. The card's rarity and holographic design made it a prized possession for those looking to complete their base set collections. As one of the original 151 Pokémon, Venusaur held nostalgic value for fans who had followed the franchise since its inception. Its status as a starter evolution from the beloved Kanto region only added to its allure. Over the years, the base set Venusaur has maintained its reputation as a highly coveted collectible. As the Pokémon franchise grew in popularity, so too did the demand for original cards from the early sets. Auctions featuring base set holographic cards often saw Venusaur fetching impressive prices, reflecting both its historical significance and enduring appeal among collectors. Decades later, the legacy of Venusaur endures within the Pokémon community. Its role in competitive play during the early days of the trading card game is fondly remembered by veteran players who experienced firsthand the excitement of crafting decks around its unique abilities. For newer fans and collectors, acquiring a base set Venusaur represents a tangible connection to the origins of Pokémon's trading card phenomenon. The continued interest in Venusaur is also evident in modern iterations of the card game. Reprints and special editions often pay homage to the original base set design, celebrating its impact on the hobby. These contemporary versions serve as a testament to Venusaur's lasting influence and its place as an icon within the expansive world of Pokémon. As collectors and players reflect on the history of the Pokémon trading card game, Venusaur remains a symbol of both nostalgia and innovation. Its contributions to competitive strategies and its status as a collector's gem ensure that it will always hold a special place in the hearts of those who cherish the rich tapestry of Pokémon lore. Chapter 26: Bulbasaur in Early Reprint Sets. After the original base set released in 1999, demand for Pokémon cards soared. Players and collectors alike wanted access to popular cards that had quickly become difficult to find. To meet this demand, Wizards of the Coast, and later the Pokémon Company, released expansions that included reprints of earlier favorites. For Bulbasaur and its evolutionary line, these reprints ensured that the Grass-type starter remained a visible and accessible part of the card game during its early years. Bulbasaur, first printed as card number 44 in the base set, was not included in the Jungle or Fossil expansions as sometimes mistakenly thought. Instead, its reappearance came in Base Set 2, released in 2000. This set compiled cards from both the base set and Jungle, providing players another opportunity to obtain foundational cards without relying on the increasingly rare original printings. Bulbasaur's artwork remained unchanged, with Mitsuhiro Arita's illustration of the small grass type in a forest clearing carried forward. For new players, Base Set 2 was a chance to build grass-type decks around a familiar face. Ivysaur also returned in Base Set 2, again as a straightforward reprint of its earlier design. Its presence in this reprint expansion ensured that players could still follow the evolutionary path from Bulbasaur to Venusaur. Venusaur itself reappeared as one of the set's holographic rares, giving players another chance to pull one of the most iconic cards in the game. The Base Set 2 printings kept the line active in competitive and casual play at a time when original base set packs were already hard to find. 2 years later, the Legendary Collection in 2002 provided yet another wave of nostalgia and accessibility. This set was notable for its inclusion of reverse holo cards, with a distinctive fireworks-style foil pattern that became instantly recognizable. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur all featured in Legendary Collection, with their familiar base set artwork, but with updated foil treatments. Collectors were particularly drawn to these versions, as the flashy reverse holo style gave new life to the original designs. Venusaur's reprints remained especially significant. Its Pokémon Power, Energy Trans, made it a powerful card in decks that relied on flexible energy movement. By reintroducing Venusaur in both Base Set 2 and Legendary Collection, competitive players could continue to use its strategy without relying on older, more expensive cards. For collectors, these reprints offered additional versions of a classic holographic rare that was already cemented in Pokémon history. Beyond these two major reprint sets, Bulbasaur and its evolutions continued to appear in special side products, theme decks, and later anniversary releases. Each reprint maintained some continuity with the past, reminding fans of the roots of the franchise while keeping the cards accessible to new players. While other expansions introduced brand new Pokémon, the decision to keep including the original Kanto starters ensured that Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur remained visible and relevant. These reprints demonstrated how important the Bulbasaur line was to both the trading card game and the wider franchise. From Base Set 2's straightforward re-release to Legendary Collection's dazzling reverse holos, the evolutionary trio retained their place as icons of the early Pokémon TCG era. By keeping them in circulation, the publishers bridged the gap between nostalgia for longtime fans and accessibility for newcomers just discovering the game. In this way, Bulbasaur's journey in the trading card game went beyond its first appearance. Its reprints carried its image into the next generation of players, ensuring that the first grass-type starter continued to shape decks, collections, and memories well beyond the earliest days of Pokémon. Chapter 27. Promotional Cards and Variants. The Pokémon trading card game introduced promotional cards to add unique value to certain Pokémon, and Bulbasaur and its evolutions were among the first to benefit. In the late 1990s, the Pokémon League events began distributing special promo cards. These cards featured alternate artworks that were not available in regular sets. The Bulbasaur promo card, released during these events, quickly became a sought-after item. It showcased Bulbasaur in a playful pose, distinct from its usual depiction in the base set. This card was not only a collector's item, but also a badge of honor for those who participated in the league. In Japan, Ivysaur received its own promotional treatment. An exclusive promo artwork was distributed through various events and campaigns. One notable release was tied to a special event in Japan, where participants could receive an Ivysaur card with a unique design. This particular card depicted Ivysaur in a more dynamic pose, capturing its evolution from Bulbasaur with vibrant colors and intricate details. The limited nature of this release made it a prized possession among collectors. Venusaur, the final evolution of Bulbasaur, also had its share of promotional releases. One significant promo was part of the Best of Games series. This series aimed to highlight some of the most popular and competitive cards in the game. The Venusaur promo card featured an alternate artwork that emphasized its power and presence as a formidable grass-type Pokémon. This card was distributed during special tournaments and events, making it a rare find for players and collectors alike. In addition to these event-based promos, Pokémon Center Japan offered exclusive cards featuring the Bulbasaur line. These cards were often tied to special promotions or anniversaries celebrated at Pokémon centers across Japan. One such promotion included a set of cards that depicted Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur in various festive settings. These exclusives were available only for a limited time, adding to their allure and collectible value. During the early 2000s, collectible magazine promos became another avenue for distributing unique cards. Magazines dedicated to Pokémon often included promo cards as part of their issues. These promos featured alternate artworks or special holographic patterns that were not available elsewhere. A notable magazine promo included a Venusaur card with a striking design that captured the essence of this powerful Pokémon. The magazine's distribution ensured that these cards reached a wide audience, but their limited print run kept them highly desirable. As time went on, these promotional cards gained significant value in the collector's market. Their unique artworks and limited availability made them prized additions to any collection. For players, these promos offered alternate strategies and aesthetics for their decks. For collectors, they represented pieces of Pokémon history that captured moments from various events and promotions. The demand for these promotional cards has only grown over the years. Collectors seek them out not just for their rarity, but also for the stories they tell about the Pokémon franchise's evolution. Each card is a snapshot of a particular time and place within the Pokémon world, offering a glimpse into the creativity and diversity that has kept fans engaged for decades. These promotional releases have cemented Bulbasaur and its evolutions as iconic figures within the Pokémon trading card game. From league promos to exclusive Japanese releases, each card holds a special place in the hearts of fans and collectors around the world. Chapter 28. Venusaur EX and GX cards. In 2004, the Pokémon trading card game introduced a new era with the Fire Red and Leaf Green expansion. Among the standout cards was Venusaur EX, a revitalization of the classic grass-type Pokémon. This card featured a striking design and formidable stats that made it a favorite among competitive players. Venusaur EX boasted an impressive 150 hit points, a significant number at the time, allowing it to withstand numerous attacks from opponents. Venusaur EX's abilities were equally noteworthy. Its attack, Solar Beam, dealt a substantial 90 damage, making it a powerful offensive option in any deck. The card also had an ability called Energy Trance, which allowed players to move grass energy cards between their Pokémon as needed. This flexibility enabled strategic plays and energy management, giving players an edge in battles. The combination of high hit points and versatile abilities ensured that Venusaur EX remained a staple in competitive play throughout its time in the spotlight. Fast forward to 2017, and Venusaur made another significant impact with the release of Venusaur GX in the Sun and Moon expansions. This card continued Venusaur's legacy of being a powerhouse in the TCG. Venusaur GX featured 230 hit points, reflecting the increased power levels of the era. Its GX attack, Evergreen GX, not only dealt 180 damage, but also allowed players to shuffle all cards from their discard pile back into their deck. This ability provided a crucial recovery option in lengthy matches. Venusaur GX also had an ability called Jungle Totem, which doubled the grass energy attached to all Pokémon in play. This ability opened up new strategies for players, enabling them to power up their Pokémon quickly and efficiently. The synergy between Jungle Totem and other grass-type Pokémon made Venusaur GX a central figure in many competitive decks during the Sun and Moon era. In 2020, Venusaur continued its tradition of being a centerpiece in powerful grass decks with the introduction of Venusaur V and VMAX in the Sword and Shield expansions. Venusaur VMAX, in particular, showcased the evolution of card mechanics with its towering 310 hit points. This massive health pool made it one of the most durable Pokémon in the game. Venusaur VMAX's attack, G-Max Bloom, dealt 200 damage and healed 30 damage from itself, maintaining its presence on the battlefield for extended periods. The combination of high damage output and self-healing made it a formidable opponent. Players could build decks around Venusaur VMAX's strengths, creating strategies that maximized its potential. Throughout these expansions, Venusaur cards maintained their appeal to both competitive players and collectors. The consistent power level and strategic versatility of Venusaur cards ensured their place in competitive play across multiple eras. Collectors also valued these cards for their iconic status and striking artwork. Venusaur's adaptability to new game mechanics and its enduring popularity highlight its significance in the Pokémon trading card game. From its early days as Venusaur EX to its current form as Venusaur VMAX, this grass-type Pokémon has remained a beloved choice for players seeking strength and strategy in their decks. Chapter 29: Bulbasaur in Celebrations and Anniversary Sets. In 2021, the Pokémon Company released the Celebrations set to mark the franchise's 25th anniversary. This set featured a reprint of the original Bulbasaur card from the base set, bringing nostalgia to longtime fans. The artwork, with its simple yet iconic depiction of Bulbasaur, was a reminder of the early days of Pokémon trading cards. The Celebrations set aimed to bridge the gap between generations, allowing both seasoned collectors and new players to experience the charm of the original cards. Bulbasaur's inclusion in this commemorative set was significant. As one of the first Pokémon introduced in the series, Bulbasaur holds a special place in the hearts of many fans. The base set card, originally released in 1999, is known for its classic design and straightforward depiction of Bulbasaur in a grassy setting. This reprint maintained the original artwork, capturing the essence of what made these early cards so beloved. The Celebration set also featured reprints of Ivysaur and Venusaur, completing the Evolutionary line. Ivysaur's card retained its familiar artwork, showcasing the Pokémon's transition from its initial form to a more mature stage. The artwork depicted Ivysaur amidst foliage, emphasizing its grass-type characteristics. This card served as a visual reminder of the journey players embarked on when evolving their Bulbasaur in the games. Venusaur's reprint was particularly noteworthy. The holo card featured the original artwork by Ken Sugimori, which first appeared in the base set. This depiction of Venusaur, with its large flower and sturdy stance, is iconic among Pokémon fans. The holofoil treatment added a layer of depth and shine that highlighted Venusaur's powerful presence. For many collectors, holding this card again was like revisiting a cherished memory from their childhood. The release of these reprints was part of a broader campaign by the Pokémon Company to celebrate its anniversary. Various events and promotions were held worldwide, including special merchandise and digital content. These efforts aimed to engage both longtime fans and newcomers, creating a sense of community around shared memories and experiences. Collectors were particularly excited about these anniversary sets. Many remembered opening packs as children and discovering their favorite Pokémon for the first time. The celebration set allowed them to relive those moments while introducing a new generation to the magic of Pokémon cards. For some, it was an opportunity to complete collections that had been started decades ago. The nostalgia surrounding these reprints was palpable at events and online forums where fans gathered to share their experiences. Discussions often centered around favorite memories associated with these cards or stories about trading them with friends during recess. The sense of connection across generations was evident as older fans recounted tales from their youth while younger players expressed excitement at discovering these classic designs. In addition to physical cards, digital platforms also played a role in celebrating this milestone. Online trading card games offered virtual versions of these reprints, allowing players to experience them in a new format. This integration of old and new technology further emphasized how Pokémon continues to evolve while honoring its roots. The celebration set was more than just a collection of cards. It was a testament to the enduring appeal of Pokémon. By including reprints like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur, the Pokémon Company successfully bridged generations, allowing fans young and old to share in the joy that these creatures bring. Chapter 30. Cultural Impact of Bulbasaur. In 1999, Bulbasaur ranked highly in Japanese popularity polls. These polls, conducted by the Pokémon Company, showcased the enduring appeal of this grass/poison-type Pokémon. Bulbasaur's charm was evident as it consistently appeared near the top of these lists, reflecting its status among fans. Its popularity wasn't just limited to Japan. It resonated with audiences worldwide. Bulbasaur's appeal extended beyond the digital realm into tangible merchandise. The Pokémon centers in Japan were among the first to feature Bulbasaur prominently in their product lines. Shelves were stocked with plush toys, keychains, and stationery adorned with Bulbasaur's image. These items quickly became favorites among collectors and casual fans alike. The Pokémon Center's commitment to quality ensured that each Bulbasaur item was crafted with attention to detail, capturing the Pokémon's unique features. As the franchise expanded globally, so did Bulbasaur's presence in merchandise. In the early 2000s, plush toys and figurines of Bulbasaur were available in toy stores across North America and Europe. The toys varied in size and design, from small keychain-sized figures to large huggable plushies. These products allowed fans to bring a piece of the Pokémon world into their homes. The demand for Bulbasaur merchandise was a testament to its widespread appeal and the emotional connection fans felt with this particular Pokémon. Bulbasaur also played a significant role in various marketing campaigns. Its gentle demeanor and approachable appearance made it an ideal mascot for promotional events. In 2004, during the Pokémon Fire Red and Leaf Green game releases, Bulbasaur featured prominently in advertisements and promotional materials. Its image was used on posters, flyers, and even in television commercials. This campaign helped introduce a new generation of fans to the original Kanto starters, with Bulbasaur leading the charge. The Pokémon Company frequently conducted surveys to gauge fan preferences and interests. These surveys consistently showed strong support for Bulbasaur. Fans appreciated its role as Ash Ketchum's loyal companion in the anime series. Its appearances in episodes like Bulbasaur's Mysterious Garden highlighted its bravery and leadership qualities, further endearing it to viewers. The surveys reflected how these traits resonated with audiences, solidifying Bulbasaur's place as a beloved character. Bulbasaur's cultural impact extended beyond traditional media and merchandise. It became a symbol of nostalgia for many fans who grew up with the original Pokémon games and anime series. This nostalgia was evident during events like Pokémon anniversaries, where Bulbasaur often appeared alongside other iconic Pokémon from the franchise's early days. Its presence at these events served as a reminder of the franchise's rich history and enduring legacy. In addition to official merchandise, fan-created content featuring Bulbasaur flourished online. Artists shared illustrations and crafts inspired by Bulbasaur on platforms like DeviantArt and Etsy. These creations ranged from digital art pieces to handmade plushies, showcasing the creativity and passion of the Pokémon community. This fan engagement further cemented Bulbasaur's status as a cultural icon within the franchise. Bulbasaur's gentle demeanor and distinctive appearance ensured its place as one of Pokémon's most beloved mascots worldwide. Its influence can be seen across various forms of media and merchandise, reflecting its lasting impact on fans of all ages. Chapter 31: Venusaur and Stadium Games. When Pokémon battles made the leap into 3 dimensions, Venusaur was one of the Pokémon that helped bring the transition to life. In 1998, Pokémon Stadium debuted in Japan, showcasing fully rendered 3D Pokémon for the first time. For many fans, it was their first opportunity to see Pokémon move and fight outside the 2D sprites of the Game Boy games. By 2000, the game reached North America, and players everywhere could command Venusaur in a new way. Venusaur's animations in Stadium became an early highlight. When using Solar Beam, Venusaur lowered its stance, the flower on its back glowing as light gathered before releasing a beam across the battlefield. These visual flourishes showed off the power of the hardware and set Venusaur apart as one of the more striking grass types to use in rental battles, or with transferred Pokémon from Red, Blue, and Yellow. The sequel, Pokémon Stadium 2, released in 2000 in Japan and 2001 in North America, expanded the roster to include every Pokémon from both the Kanto and Johto regions. Venusaur returned with updated animations, its presence once again reliable in Gym Leader Castle, Free Battle, and the various tournament modes. Solar Beam and Razor Leaf appeared sharper than before, and moves like Sleep Powder added tactical variety. Players who rented Venusaur often relied on its durability to counter common water and ground-type opponents. The GameCube era brought Pokémon Colosseum in 2003 for Japan and 2004 for North America. Unlike Stadium, Colosseum told a full story set in the Ori region, with Shadow Pokémon as a central mechanic. Venusaur was not one of the available Shadow Pokémon, but it could be traded into the game once players connected with handheld cartridges. For longtime fans, using Venusaur in Colosseum was a way to carry over a trusted partner into a new setting. Its animations were smoother and more detailed than ever, the large flower opening fully as it unleashed its signature grass-type attacks. Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness followed in 2005, and expanded the Ore saga. Venusaur again was not among the story-driven Shadow Pokémon, but as with Colosseum, it could be transferred from handheld titles to join a player's team. This continuity allowed Venusaur to remain part of the console battling experience even as the series experimented with darker themes and story-driven gameplay. Across these titles, Venusaur's role reinforced its status as a powerful and visually memorable Pokémon. The jump from handheld sprites to large-screen battles highlighted its imposing size and detailed design. For many players, commanding Venusaur in these games was a continuation of their Kanto journey, but with a level of spectacle never before possible. The early 3D console games laid the groundwork for how Pokémon would continue to evolve in presentation. Venusaur stood out in each of these experiences, whether as a rental powerhouse in Stadium or as a trusted ally transferred into Colosseum and XD. Its presence showed how the classics of Kanto could adapt seamlessly into new formats, always retaining their identity while moving into the future of Pokémon battles. Chapter 32: Anime Cameos in Later Regions. As the Pokémon anime expanded into new regions, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur continued to appear, sometimes in subtle cameos that reminded fans of the franchise's roots. These appearances were rarely central to the story but carried nostalgic weight for longtime viewers. In the Diamond and Pearl series, grass-type tournaments and forest settings frequently featured a wide variety of Pokémon. While Ivysaur and Venusaur were not directly highlighted as competitors, they were occasionally seen in background shots, part of the diverse gatherings of grass Pokémon. These moments reinforced the idea that Pokémon from earlier generations continued to exist and thrive in Sinnoh, even if the spotlight had shifted to newer species. A clearer cameo came during Battling the Generation Gap, when the show emphasized contest culture. Though the episode focused on Dawn's Pachirisu, background trainers with Pokémon like Venusaur helped give scale to the contest world. These moments did not alter the story, but provided visual reminders of how Kanto Pokémon continued to resonate, even far from their original setting. Bulbasaur's most notable later cameo arrived in the Black and White series. In the episode The Mystery of the Missing Cubchoo, Nurse Joy's Pokémon Center garden included a Bulbasaur that tended plants outside. The brief scene was a nod to Ash's Bulbasaur, famous for its caretaker role at Oak's lab. Though unnamed, its presence immediately connected newer viewers with memories of Kanto, bridging the gap between generations. The XY series continued the tradition. In a festival trade, a festival farewell, a Venusaur appeared among the festival crowds, adding to the celebratory atmosphere. These kinds of appearances highlighted Venusaur's adaptability, fitting naturally into settings that emphasized bonds between trainers and Pokémon. These cameos were consistent across multiple series. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur might not take center stage, but their quiet inclusion reminded audiences of the long history of the franchise. For older fans, spotting them felt like rediscovering a friend. For newer viewers, it was an introduction to Pokémon that had defined the beginning of Ash's journey. The anime's choice to weave these Pokémon into background scenes spoke to their lasting popularity. Even when new regions like Sinnoh, Unova, and Kalos took precedence, the Kanto starters were never forgotten. They served as connective tissue across eras of storytelling, grounding each new adventure in the shared history of Pokémon. By appearing in contests, festivals, or even casual garden scenes, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur reaffirmed their role as familiar constants. Their cameos ensured that across the ever-expanding world of the anime, the roots of Kanto remained visible, tying past and present together for fans of all ages. Chapter 33: Venusaur's Role in Spin-off Titles. Venusaur first appeared in the spin-off game Pokken Tournament as a background character. In this game, players engage in battles using various Pokémon, but Venusaur doesn't participate directly. Instead, it appears in the Ferrum Stadium stage, where its presence adds to the lively atmosphere. The stadium is filled with cheering crowds and vibrant scenery, and Venusaur can be seen among other Pokémon, contributing to the immersive environment. Its role here is purely aesthetic, yet it underscores Venusaur's significance in the Pokémon world. In the Pokémon Rumble series, Venusaur takes on a more active role. These games feature toy-like versions of Pokémon that players collect and battle with. Venusaur appears as one of these collectible figures. The series began with Pokémon Rumble on the Wii in 2008 and expanded to include several sequels across different platforms. In these games, players navigate through various levels, battling waves of enemy Pokémon. Venusaur's powerful grass-type moves make it a valuable asset in these battles. Its signature move, Solar Beam, can clear multiple foes at once, making it a favorite among players. Pokémon Shuffle is another spin-off title where Venusaur makes an appearance. This puzzle game challenges players to match tiles featuring different Pokémon to clear stages and capture new Pokémon. Venusaur is one of the Pokémon that players can use in their team to tackle these puzzles. Its abilities are tailored to help clear grass-type stages more efficiently. The game was released on the Nintendo 3DS in 2015, and later made available on mobile devices. Venusaur's inclusion in Pokémon Shuffle highlights its versatility and appeal across different game genres. In Pokémon Masters EX, Venusaur is featured as part of a sync pair with the character Blue. This mobile game focuses on strategic battles where players form teams of 3 sync pairs, each consisting of a trainer and their partner Pokémon. Blue and Venusaur are known for their strong synergy and powerful moves. Venusaur's Mega Evolution is also available in this game, allowing it to become Mega Venusaur during battles. This transformation boosts its stats and enhances its abilities, making it a formidable opponent. Venusaur's presence extends beyond these titles into various other side projects and spin-offs. It appears in games like Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, where players take on the role of a Pokémon exploring dungeons and rescuing others. In these games, Venusaur can be recruited as a team member, providing support with its healing abilities and powerful attacks. In Pokémon Go, Venusaur is a popular choice for gym battles and raids. Its ability to Mega Evolve adds an extra layer of strategy for players looking to strengthen their teams. The game frequently features events where grass-type Pokémon like Venusaur are more common, allowing players to catch and evolve them more easily. Venusaur also appears in Pokémon Unite, a team-based battle game where players control Pokémon in real-time matches. In this game, Venusaur is classified as an attacker, using its ranged moves to deal damage from a distance. Its moveset includes iconic attacks like Solar Beam and Petal Dance, which can turn the tide of battle when used strategically. Throughout these various spin-off titles, Venusaur remains a staple grass-type Pokémon. Its consistent presence across different formats showcases its enduring popularity and versatility within the franchise. Whether as a background character or an active participant, Venusaur continues to captivate players with its unique abilities and charm. Chapter 34: The Ecology of Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a grass and poison-type Pokémon known for the bulb on its back. According to the Pokédex entry from Pokémon Red and Blue, this bulb stores energy by absorbing sunlight. This process is similar to photosynthesis in plants, allowing Bulbasaur to thrive in sunny environments. The bulb is not just a source of energy, but also a key element in Bulbasaur's evolution. As Bulbasaur matures, the bulb grows larger and more complex, eventually leading to its evolution into Ivysaur. Ivysaur, the evolved form of Bulbasaur, exhibits significant changes. The Pokédex notes that as the bud on its back grows, it becomes heavier. This increased weight requires Ivysaur to develop stronger legs to support itself. The bud is a sign of Ivysaur's readiness to evolve into Venusaur. During this stage, Ivysaur often seeks out sunlight, which is crucial for the bud's growth. The need for sunlight ties Ivysaur closely to its environment, as it often inhabits areas with abundant sunlight and rich soil. When Ivysaur evolves into Venusaur, the bud blooms into a large flower. This transformation is not just physical but ecological. According to the Pokémon Yellow Pokédex, Venusaur's flower emits a soothing aroma that can calm emotions and attract other Pokémon. This scent plays a vital role in the ecosystem by drawing Pokémon to Venusaur's location. The presence of these Pokémon helps maintain ecological balance as they interact with one another and their surroundings. Venusaur's role in its environment extends beyond its aroma. In later generations, Pokédex entries highlight its ability to create symbiotic relationships with other Pokémon and plants. Its flower can absorb solar energy more efficiently than its pre-evolutions, allowing it to thrive in various habitats. This adaptability makes Venusaur an essential part of its ecosystem, as it can support life even in challenging conditions. The evolutionary line of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur illustrates a deep connection with nature. Each stage of evolution represents a different aspect of ecological interaction. Bulbasaur's ability to absorb sunlight mirrors the process of photosynthesis, while Ivysaur's reliance on sunlight for growth emphasizes the importance of environmental resources. Venusaur's aromatic flower symbolizes the interconnectedness of life forms within an ecosystem. In various regions, these Pokémon are often found in grasslands and forests, where they can absorb ample sunlight. Their presence in these areas contributes to the health of the ecosystem by promoting plant growth and providing shelter for smaller creatures. The symbiotic relationships they form with other Pokémon highlight their role as keystone species within their habitats. The lore surrounding these Pokémon further emphasizes their ecological significance. In the anime series, Ash Ketchum's Bulbasaur is shown participating in events like the Bulbasaur Festival, where Bulbasaur gather to evolve into Ivysaur together. This communal evolution underscores their social nature and reliance on group dynamics for survival. In summary, the Bulbasaur evolutionary line exemplifies the intricate connections between Pokémon and their environments. From absorbing sunlight to emitting calming aromas, these Pokémon play crucial roles in maintaining ecological balance. Their evolution reflects not only physical growth, but also an increasing impact on their surroundings, reinforcing their status as symbols of nature's harmony. Chapter 35. The Evolutionary Path. Bulbasaur, with its distinctive bulb on its back, is one of the original Pokémon designed by Ken Sugimori. In his artwork, Bulbasaur is depicted as a small quadrupedal creature with a light blue-green body adorned with darker patches. The bulb on its back is a vivid green, hinting at the potential for growth and change. This design captures the essence of Bulbasaur's role as a starter Pokémon in the Kanto region, embodying youthful energy and the promise of evolution. In the anime, Bulbasaur is often seen as lively and eager, reflecting its light weight of just over 15 pounds. Its agility and enthusiasm are evident in episodes like Bulbasaur's Mysterious Garden, where it demonstrates its readiness to protect its friends and environment. The bulb on its back absorbs sunlight, a detail that underscores its connection to nature and growth. As Bulbasaur evolves into Ivysaur, changes become apparent. Ivysaur's frame is noticeably heavier, weighing around 28 pounds according to Pokédex entries. Its legs are thicker and more muscular, providing a stable base for the larger bud now growing on its back. This bud is a clear sign of impending transformation, showing that Ivysaur is in a state of transition. The plant on its back begins to bloom, symbolizing maturity and development. In the anime, Ivysaur is portrayed as more balanced and resilient than its predecessor. Its demeanor is calmer, reflecting a deeper understanding of its abilities and role in the natural world. The episode Bulbasaur's Mysterious Garden illustrates this well, as Ivysaur participates in a ritual that signifies readiness for further evolution. The increased weight and size do not hinder its movements, but rather enhance its presence and capability. The final stage of this evolutionary path is Venusaur. Standing over 6 feet tall and weighing more than 200 pounds, Venusaur is a formidable presence. Its massive body supports a fully bloomed flower on its back, with large petals that are both vibrant and commanding. This flower serves as a solar panel of sorts, absorbing sunlight to power Venusaur's powerful moves like Solar Beam. In the anime, Venusaur exudes strength and patience. It moves with deliberate steadiness, embodying the culmination of growth that began with Bulbasaur. The episode The Grassroot showcases Venusaur's might in battle, where it uses its bulk and botanical prowess to dominate opponents. Despite its size, Venusaur remains deeply connected to nature, often depicted in serene settings surrounded by lush greenery. The consistent design themes across these evolutionary stages highlight growth and natural symbolism. Bulbasaur's initial form suggests potential and energy, while Ivysaur represents transition and preparation. Venusaur stands as the embodiment of full bloom and maturity, with its design reflecting strength and stability. Throughout the Pokémon series, these evolutionary stages are not just physical transformations, but also narrative ones. They mirror the journey from youthful exuberance to mature strength, a theme that resonates with trainers who raise these Pokémon from their earliest stages. Each form retains elements of the previous one while adding new layers of complexity and capability. Ken Sugimori's designs ensure that each stage feels connected yet distinct. The progression from Bulbasaur to Venusaur is seamless, with each stage building upon the last both visually and thematically. This evolutionary path is one of many examples in the Pokémon world, where growth is celebrated as both a natural process and an exciting adventure for trainers and their Pokémon alike. Chapter 36: Ash's Lasting Bond with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was one of the first Pokémon Ash Ketchum caught on his journey, and from the beginning it showed loyalty, courage, and a willingness to stand by its trainer through any challenge. Over time, it became one of Ash's most dependable companions, trusted in key battles across Kanto, the Orange Islands, and Johto. But its story also carried a quieter, more enduring chapter: its long service at Professor Oak's laboratory, where it took on a role unlike any other in Ash's team. During the Johto arc, Ash made the decision to leave Bulbasaur at Oak's lab. By then, his roster of Pokémon had grown large, and Oak's ranch was filled with species from many different regions. With so many strong personalities gathered in one place, disagreements and territorial disputes often arose. Oak explained that a Pokémon was needed to act as a stabilizing force. Bulbasaur, known for its calm demeanor and strong sense of fairness, was the ideal choice. Ash agreed, recognizing that his old friend could make a difference not only in battle but in keeping harmony among other Pokémon. From that point on, Bulbasaur became a caretaker at Oak's ranch. Though the anime did not detail every conflict it resolved, Bulbasaur was consistently depicted as a mediator, stepping in to settle quarrels between larger groups of Pokémon. Its use of Vine Whip or firm presence alone was often enough to restore order. Professor Oak praised it many times, noting how Bulbasaur's leadership kept the peace and allowed the lab to function smoothly. For Oak, having a Pokémon that could bridge the gap between so many different temperaments was invaluable. Despite its new responsibilities, Bulbasaur's bond with Ash never weakened. It returned to Ash's side when needed, such as in the Battle Frontier arc, where Ash called on it in important matches. In those moments, Bulbasaur showed that while it had taken on a caretaker's role, it had lost none of its battling spirit. Its Vine Whip, Razor Leaf, and Solar Beam remained as sharp and effective as ever, reminding fans why it had been trusted in tournaments like the Indigo League. Bulbasaur's choice not to evolve also continued to define its character. In Bulbasaur's mysterious garden, it resisted evolving into Ivysaur, despite the natural process unfolding around it. That decision became symbolic. Bulbasaur preferred to remain true to itself, and Ash supported that choice fully. At Oak's lab, this refusal to evolve took on new meaning. It was respected by the other Pokémon for who it was, not for a transformation it had declined. Fans often cite this as one of the reasons Bulbasaur remains so beloved. It embodied strength through constancy and self-assurance. Years later, in Pokémon Journeys, Ash returned to Pallet Town and reunited with Bulbasaur. Their meeting was filled with warmth. Bulbasaur rushed to greet Ash, clearly overjoyed. Even after so much time apart, the connection between them was unshaken. The reunion scenes highlighted how some bonds endure regardless of distance or circumstance. Bulbasaur's lasting bond with Ash stands as one of the most enduring partnerships in the Pokémon anime. From fierce battles to quiet moments at Oak's lab, its loyalty and leadership never wavered. Whether fighting alongside Ash or keeping the peace among Pokémon at home, Bulbasaur remained steadfast, a symbol of trust, friendship, and the enduring strength of their journey together. Chapter 37: Bulbasaur and Detective Pikachu Movie. In the 2019 film Pokémon Detective Pikachu, Bulbasaur makes a memorable appearance that highlights its gentle nature. The movie follows Tim Goodman and a talking Pikachu as they search for clues about Tim's missing father. Their journey takes them into a lush forest on the outskirts of Rhyme City, where the atmosphere is serene and filled with the sounds of nature. As Tim and Pikachu venture deeper into the woods, they encounter a herd of Bulbasaur. These Pokémon are depicted with a soft, glowing presence that illuminates the surrounding trees. The live-action design of Bulbasaur was praised for its faithfulness to the original animated version. Its skin is textured with a realistic plant-like appearance, and its large, expressive eyes convey a sense of curiosity and kindness. The Bulbasaur herd plays a crucial role in guiding Tim and Pikachu toward a mysterious encounter. The scene unfolds with the Bulbasaur leading them through the forest, their movements synchronized and purposeful. The gentle glow emanating from their bodies creates an almost magical pathway, enhancing the mystical ambiance of the forest setting. As they follow the Bulbasaur, Tim and Pikachu are led to an open clearing where they find Mewtwo. This legendary Pokémon is known for its psychic abilities and complex history within the Pokémon universe. In this moment, Mewtwo is in need of healing, and the presence of the Bulbasaur signifies a connection to nature's restorative powers. The portrayal of Bulbasaur in this scene reinforces its image as a protector and guide within the Pokémon world. Known for its nurturing qualities, Bulbasaur often acts as a caretaker in various Pokémon media. In Pokémon Detective Pikachu, this characteristic is beautifully captured through its actions and interactions with Tim and Pikachu. The film's depiction of Bulbasaur was met with positive reception from both fans and critics. The attention to detail in its design, from the texture of its skin to the subtle glow it emits, showcases the filmmaker's dedication to staying true to the essence of the Pokémon, while adapting it for a live-action format. This balance between realism and fidelity to the original design contributed to the overall success of Bulbasaur's portrayal in the movie. In addition to its visual representation, Bulbasaur's role in guiding Tim and Pikachu adds depth to its character. It serves as a bridge between humans and Pokémon, highlighting themes of cooperation and harmony within the natural world. This portrayal aligns with Bulbasaur's established role in Pokémon lore as a symbol of growth and renewal. The scene in Pokémon Detective Pikachu, where Bulbasaur leads Tim and Pikachu to Mewtwo, is a testament to its enduring appeal. Its gentle demeanor and guiding presence leave a lasting impression on viewers, reinforcing its status as one of the most beloved Pokémon across various media. Overall, Bulbasaur's appearance in Pokémon Detective Pikachu exemplifies its role as a gentle guide and protector. The film captures its essence through careful design choices and meaningful interactions with other characters. This portrayal not only honors Bulbasaur's legacy within the Pokémon franchise, but also introduces it to new audiences in a way that is both engaging and true to its roots. Chapter 38. Venusaur in Sword and Shield Raids. Venusaur appeared in the Galar region's Dynamax raid battles, a feature introduced in Pokémon Sword and Shield. These battles took place in the wild area, where players could team up to face off against Dynamax Pokémon. Venusaur, with its dual grass and poison typing, became a frequent encounter in these dens. Its presence offered trainers a challenging yet rewarding experience. In the Isle of Armor expansion, Gigantamax Venusaur made its debut. Unlike regular Dynamax forms, Gigantamax Pokémon have unique appearances and exclusive moves. Gigantamax Venusaur's flower grew to an enormous size, covering its entire back like a canopy. This form allowed it to use G-Max Vine Lash, a powerful move that dealt damage over 4 turns to any non-grass type opponents. This move became a staple in raid strategies, as it provided continuous damage even after the initial attack. Players quickly adapted to the challenge of facing Gigantamax Venusaur in raids. Coordination became key, with trainers often using online forums and social media to organize raid groups. This community-driven approach mirrored the style seen in Pokémon Go's raid battles, where players would gather at specific locations to take down powerful Pokémon together. In Galar, trainers used similar tactics to ensure they had the right team composition and strategy to defeat Gigantamax Venusaur. Competitive players also recognized Venusaur's potential in Galar's Video Game Championships (VGC). Its ability to Gigantamax gave it an edge over many other grass-type Pokémon. In VGC battles, Venusaur often paired with Pokémon that could set up the sun, like Torkoal or Charizard. Under sunny conditions, Venusaur's chlorophyll ability doubled its speed, allowing it to outspeed many opponents. This synergy made it a formidable choice in competitive play. In addition to its speed advantage, Venusaur's access to moves like Sleep Powder provided strategic options for disrupting opponents. Trainers could use Sleep Powder to incapacitate opposing Pokémon temporarily, giving them time to set up or launch powerful attacks. The combination of speed and utility made Venusaur a versatile pick in various team compositions. The introduction of Gigantamax forms added another layer of strategy to competitive battles. Trainers had to decide whether to use their Dynamax option on Venusaur or another team member. This decision often depended on the matchup and the opponent's team composition. Gigantamax Venusaur's ability to apply consistent pressure with G-Max Vine Lash made it an attractive choice for many players. Venusaur's role extended beyond just being a powerful attacker. Its bulk allowed it to take hits from many common threats in the meta. With proper investment in defensive stats, it could withstand attacks from popular Pokémon like Dragapult and Excadrill. This durability made it a reliable option for absorbing damage while setting up advantageous conditions for its teammates. As trainers continued to explore the wild area and participate in raid battles, Venusaur remained a popular target for those looking to strengthen their teams. Its Gigantamax form offered a unique challenge that required careful planning and execution. For many players, capturing and training a Gigantamax Venusaur became a goal as they sought to enhance their battle capabilities. The community aspect of raid battles fostered collaboration among trainers worldwide. Players shared tips and strategies for defeating difficult raids, including those featuring Gigantamax Venusaur. This exchange of knowledge helped many trainers succeed where they might have struggled alone. In the competitive scene, Venusaur's presence influenced team-building decisions and battle strategies. Its versatility and power ensured that it remained a relevant choice throughout the Sword and Shield era. Whether in casual raids or high-stakes competitions, Venusaur proved itself as a valuable asset for trainers across Galar. Chapter 39. Iconic Merchandise. In the late 1990s, the Pokémon phenomenon took the world by storm. Among the first wave of merchandise, Bulbasaur plush toys quickly became a favorite. These plushies, soft and huggable, were crafted with attention to detail, capturing Bulbasaur's distinctive features, its large eyes, and the bulb on its back. Pokémon centers in Japan and select toy stores overseas stocked these plush toys, which often sold out quickly due to high demand. As the franchise expanded, so did the variety of merchandise. Bandai, a well-known Japanese toy company, introduced model kits that allowed fans to build their own Venusaur figures. These kits were part of the Pokémon Scale World series, which aimed to provide collectors with detailed and accurate representations of their favorite Pokémon. The Venusaur model kit was particularly popular among older fans who enjoyed assembling and painting their models to bring them to life. Hasbro and Takara Tomy also contributed significantly to the range of Venusaur toys available. Hasbro's line included action figures with movable parts, allowing children to pose Venusaur in various battle stances. These figures were robust and designed for play, making them a staple in many toy collections. Takara Tomy, on the other hand, focused on creating more detailed figures that appealed to collectors. Their Venusaur figures often featured intricate paintwork and came with small accessories that added to their appeal. The Pokémon Center continued to play a crucial role in the distribution of exclusive merchandise. Over the years, they launched several plush campaigns featuring Bulbasaur and its evolutions. These campaigns often coincided with special events or anniversaries, offering limited edition items that became highly sought after by collectors. One notable campaign celebrated the franchise's 5th anniversary with a series of plush toys that included a special edition Bulbasaur with a commemorative tag. Anniversary merchandise frequently highlighted Bulbasaur and its evolutionary line. For instance, during the franchise's 20th anniversary, a special collection was released featuring Bulbasaur alongside other iconic Pokémon from the original 151. This collection included everything from plush toys to apparel and home decor items. Bulbasaur's enduring popularity ensured its presence in these collections, appealing to both nostalgic fans and new generations. Throughout the years, Bulbasaur remained one of the most sold plush Pokémon. Its image was kept alive across decades through various forms of merchandise that celebrated its status as one of the original starters. The combination of nostalgia and timeless appeal made Bulbasaur a constant presence in Pokémon merchandise lines. The evolution of merchandise from simple plush toys to intricate model kits and exclusive collectibles illustrates the lasting impact of Bulbasaur's line on fans worldwide. Whether through a child's first plush or a collector's prized model kit, Bulbasaur's charm continues to captivate audiences across generations. Chapter 40. Ivysaur's popularity in gaming. When Nintendo first introduced Pokémon into the Super Smash Bros. franchise, it was a moment that blended two beloved worlds together. In 2008, Super Smash Bros. Brawl launched on the Wii, and for the first time players could command not just Pikachu or Jigglypuff, but also a rotating trio of starters under the guidance of the Pokémon trainer. Among these was Ivysaur, placed between Squirtle and Charizard in the lineup, representing the middle stage of growth for the Kanto Grass-type starter. Ivysaur's inclusion was notable because it highlighted a Pokémon stage often overlooked in other media. Where many fans thought primarily of Bulbasaur's beginnings, or Venusaur's full maturity, Ivysaur gave players the chance to explore the middle form in an entirely new way. It was armed with a moveset that pulled directly from the core games: Vine Whip for recovery, Razor Leaf for a ranged projectile, and Bullet Seed for rapid upward damage. Its final smash, shared with Squirtle and Charizard, summoned all three to unleash a powerful triple assault. For players, Ivysaur stood out because of its unique mechanics. It was one of the few characters with a tether recovery, extending its vines to cling to the ledge. This gave Ivysaur a distinctive style that rewarded careful spacing and timing. While not the most mobile character in the roster, it balanced slower movement with solid reach, making Vine Whip and Razor Leaf tools for controlling space on the battlefield. In competitive play, Ivysaur's role was mixed. While it was not considered a top-tier character in tournament rankings, it had niche uses. Skilled players valued its ability to keep opponents at mid-range, punishing reckless approaches with well-timed Vine Whips. More often, however, Ivysaur was appreciated for its novelty, a chance to fight with a Pokémon that rarely received direct spotlight in other contexts. Its presence in Brawl made Ivysaur memorable, even if it wasn't dominant in competition. A decade later, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate released for the Nintendo Switch in 2018, bringing Ivysaur back to the roster. This time, switching between Pokémon Trainers trio was smoother and more strategic, allowing players to rotate between Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard on demand without penalty. Ivysaur benefited greatly from this change. Players could deploy it in situations where its mid-range control was valuable, then switch out when mobility or raw power were needed. In Ultimate, Ivysaur gained more recognition in the competitive scene. Its Razor Leaf became a reliable zoning tool, Vine Whip could edgeguard opponents with precision, and its aerials carried surprising strength. While still not a standalone powerhouse, it was now part of a flexible team strategy that highlighted its strengths without overexposing its weaknesses. Competitive players began to experiment more with Ivysaur, showing how it could contribute meaningfully when used in balance with Squirtle and Charizard. Beyond the technical play, Ivysaur's role in Smash underscored how enduring the Bulbasaur line's popularity has been. It gave a stage to the often underappreciated middle form, allowing fans to connect with Ivysaur in a direct, playable way. Whether used casually for its nostalgic charm, or competitively for its tactical zoning, Ivysaur found a home in the Super Smash Bros. Series. Through Brawl and Ultimate, Ivysaur proved that even the middle evolution could shine. It was a reminder that each stage of growth has value, and that sometimes the Pokémon in between carries just as much identity and importance as the first or final form. Chapter 41: Strategy Guides and Walkthrough Mentions. In 1998, Nintendo Power magazine provided guidance for players embarking on their Pokémon journey in the original Red and Blue games. Among the advice was a strong recommendation for choosing Bulbasaur as a starter Pokémon. Bulbasaur, with its grass poison typing, offered a strategic advantage in the early stages of the game. Its ability to easily handle the first two gym leaders, Brock and Misty, made it a popular choice for beginners. Nintendo Power highlighted Bulbasaur's effectiveness against Brock's Rock-type Pokémon and Misty's Water types, making it an ideal companion for new trainers. Strategy guides from that era consistently recommended Bulbasaur for players who were new to the Pokémon world. These guides emphasized Bulbasaur's balanced stats and early access to powerful moves like Vine Whip. The guides noted that Bulbasaur's evolution line remains strong throughout the game, providing a reliable option for tackling various challenges. As players progressed, Ivysaur and Venusaur continued to be valuable assets in battles. Official guides also praised Venusaur's role in the Elite Four battles. Venusaur's grass-type moves were particularly effective against Lorelei's water-type Pokémon and Bruno's Onix. These guides detailed strategies for using Venusaur to exploit type advantages, making it a key player in overcoming these formidable opponents. Venusaur's ability to learn moves like Razor Leaf and Solar Beam further solidified its status as a powerhouse in these crucial battles. Prima's official strategy guides showcased Bulbasaur's growth from a beginner-friendly choice to a formidable contender. These guides provided detailed walkthroughs of each stage of Bulbasaur's evolution, highlighting its strengths and potential movesets. The guides often included tips on how to maximize Bulbasaur's effectiveness in battles, ensuring that players could make the most of their starter Pokémon throughout their journey. As technology advanced, online walkthroughs continued to emphasize Bulbasaur's strengths. Websites dedicated to Pokémon strategy offered comprehensive guides on how to utilize Bulbasaur effectively in various game scenarios. These online resources provided updated information on movesets, battle strategies, and team compositions, ensuring that players could adapt their tactics to newer game versions while still relying on Bulbasaur's proven abilities. Bulbasaur's line remained a staple in discussions about optimal team building across different Pokémon generations. Its versatility and reliability made it a frequent topic in forums and strategy discussions. Players shared tips on how to integrate Bulbasaur into diverse teams, taking advantage of its unique typing and move pool. Throughout the years, walkthroughs and strategy guides consistently highlighted Bulbasaur as a dependable choice for trainers of all experience levels. Its enduring popularity was a testament to its well-rounded capabilities and strategic advantages in various game scenarios. Whether through printed magazines or digital platforms, Bulbasaur's legacy as a reliable companion continued to be celebrated by Pokémon enthusiasts worldwide. Chapter 42: Venusaur's Presence in Anime Movies. Venusaur, the final form of the Kanto grass-type starter, has appeared across several Pokémon films. While not always a central figure, its consistent presence reinforced its image as a Pokémon deeply tied to nature, strength, and balance. Its appearances often came in ensemble scenes, where the presence of many Pokémon together helped illustrate themes of harmony and resilience. One of Venusaur's earliest film appearances came in Pokémon the First Movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, released in 1998. In this story, Mewtwo cloned many of the Pokémon brought to New Island by trainers. Among them was a Venusaur belonging to Corey, one of Ash's fellow challengers. The battle between Corey's Venusaur and its clone became one of the film's most iconic sequences, highlighting the futility of fighting against Mewtwo's creations. The two grass types mirrored each other perfectly, their vine whips clashing as they fought, symbolizing the larger theme of identity and purpose that ran through the film. Venusaur also appeared in Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, released in 2005. This film depicted a grand festival in Rota, celebrating the legacy of Sir Aaron and the Aura Guardians. During the festival scenes, large crowds of Pokémon filled the castle town, and Venusaur could be spotted among them. Though not a featured battler, its role as part of the gathering reinforced its image as a Pokémon often found in natural or ceremonial spaces, quietly representing harmony and strength. In Pokémon The Rise of Darkrai, released in 2007, Venusaur returned as part of the ensemble of Pokémon in Alamos Town. During the climactic scenes where Dialga and Palkia threatened to tear the town apart, trainers Pokémon battled alongside Darkrai to try to protect the city. Venusaur joined this collective defense, its imposing figure lending a sense of grounded stability to the chaotic battle. While it was not highlighted individually, its inclusion added to the scope of the conflict, showing how many Pokémon came together in times of crisis. Another notable film appearance came in Pokémon Arceus and the Jewel of Life, released in 2009. In this movie, a large gathering of Pokémon appeared in Machina Town when Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina intervened to prevent disaster. Venusaur was among the many Pokémon summoned, again reinforcing its place in scenes meant to represent natural balance and collective strength. Its presence tied back to its established symbolism as a Pokémon closely linked with nature's resilience. More recently, in Pokémon Genesect and the Legend Awakened, released in 2013, Venusaur appeared in New York City's Central Park setting. The film emphasized contrast between the natural world and urban development, and Venusaur's appearance among other grass types highlighted this theme. Even within a city backdrop, Venusaur's flower and plant-like body stood as a reminder of the Pokémon world's roots in nature. Though Venusaur has rarely been the focus of a Pokémon film, its appearances across these stories have consistently placed it in roles that emphasize environmental harmony and collective resilience. Whether battling a clone on New Island, standing in a festival crowd, or defending cities alongside other Pokémon, Venusaur embodies steadiness and strength. Its recurring presence reflects its status as one of the foundational Pokémon of the franchise, a natural giant whose symbolism continues to anchor the world of Pokémon across generations. Chapter 43: Cards that Defined Eras. The Pokémon trading card game has always highlighted the original Kanto starters as central figures, and Venusaur's cards have been especially important in shaping how grass-type strategies evolved over time. From the early days of the card game to more modern expansions, Venusaur has consistently received powerful cards that both players and collectors remember as era-defining. In the Fire Red and Leaf Green expansion, released in 2004, Venusaur received one of its first EX cards. Venusaur EX carried an impressive 3-stage line presence and a strong attack in Solar Beam, dealing heavy damage for the time. What made it most memorable, however, was its Poké Power, Energy Trans, which allowed players to move grass energy cards freely between their Pokémon. This ability offered incredible flexibility, letting players adapt to evolving game states. Many competitive players built decks around Venusaur EX, using its energy trans to fuel big attackers or to set up game-winning combinations. Though not the single most dominant card of its era, Venusaur EX was widely recognized for giving grass strategies a reliable engine to build around. More than a decade later, Venusaur received another defining card in the Sun and Moon series with Venusaur GX, released in 2017. This card introduced the ability Jungle Totem, which doubled the effect of every grass energy attached to a player's Pokémon. Suddenly, every grass-type move became more threatening, and strategies that had once been slow or resource-heavy could now explode with speed and power. Venusaur GX's attacks reflected this strength as well, with Solar Beam delivering consistent damage, and Evergreen GX providing healing while resetting the game state. With 230 hit points, Venusaur GX was built to endure, and many decks used it as both a centerpiece and a support engine. The Sword and Shield era pushed Venusaur into yet another spotlight with Venusaur VMAX, first appearing in 2020. Towering over earlier versions, Venusaur VMAX boasted a massive 330 hit points, making it one of the bulkiest cards of its time. Its main attack, G-Max Bloom, not only dealt heavy damage, but also healed Venusaur, ensuring it could stay on the field even longer. This combination of power and durability made Venusaur VMAX both a competitive force and a collector's favorite. Players appreciated how it could anchor grass-type decks, while collectors admired the vibrant artwork and the imposing presence that reflected Venusaur's status as a fully realized powerhouse. Each of these cards represented the evolution of the trading card game itself. Venusaur EX reflected the growth of the EX mechanic, giving grass types new depth. Venusaur GX symbolized the Sun and Moon era's focus on bold abilities and strategic energy manipulation. Venusaur VMAX embodied the scale and spectacle of Gigantamax forms, blending competitive strength with dramatic visual appeal. Through these cards, Venusaur remained relevant across multiple eras of competitive play. Players who built their decks around Venusaur often did so because they valued consistency, resilience, and the ability to support teammates. Collectors treasured the designs for their nostalgia and artistry. Together, these qualities ensured that Venusaur's cards did not just exist in isolation, but truly defined their times. From Energy Trance to Jungle Totem to G-Max Bloom, Venusaur has been a cornerstone of the trading card game. Each iteration captured the spirit of its era, reminding players and fans that some Pokémon never lose their influence, they only evolve into new forms of greatness. Chapter 44: Pokémon Go Legacy. In March 2018, Pokémon Go held its first Community Day event featuring Bulbasaur. This event marked a significant moment for players worldwide, as it introduced the opportunity to catch shiny Bulbasaur. The shiny variant, with its distinct greenish hue, quickly became a sought-after addition to any trainer's collection. Community Day events were designed to encourage players to gather in public spaces, fostering a sense of community and shared excitement over these rare Pokémon appearances. During this event, players had a limited window of 3 hours to encounter and capture as many Bulbasaur as possible. The increased spawn rate allowed for greater chances of encountering a shiny version. This was a pivotal moment for the Pokémon Go community, as shiny Pokémon are typically rare and highly prized for their unique coloration. In addition to the excitement surrounding shiny Bulbasaur, the event introduced a special move for its final evolution, Venusaur. By evolving Ivysaur into Venusaur during the event hours, players could obtain a Venusaur that knew Frenzy Plant. This powerful grass-type move significantly enhanced Venusaur's capabilities in battles, making it one of the top choices for grass-type attackers in the game. Frenzy Plant is a legacy move, meaning it was only available during specific events or through special means. This exclusivity added to the desirability of obtaining a Venusaur with this move. Trainers who managed to evolve their Bulbasaur during the event found themselves with a formidable Pokémon that could hold its own in raid battles and gym defenses. Venusaur's newfound strength with Frenzy Plant solidified its position as a staple in raid battles. In Pokémon Go, raids are cooperative battles where players team up to defeat powerful Pokémon known as raid bosses. Having a strong Venusaur with Frenzy Plant gave players an edge against water, rock, and ground-type raid bosses, which are weak to grass-type attacks. The success of this Community Day event set the stage for future events featuring other Pokémon species. It demonstrated the potential for these events to bring players together and offer exclusive content that could enhance gameplay. The ongoing popularity of Bulbasaur's line in Pokémon Go events is a testament to the impact of this initial Community Day. Since then, Bulbasaur and its evolutions have continued to be featured in various events within Pokémon Go. Their enduring popularity is due in part to the nostalgia associated with these original starter Pokémon from the Kanto region. Additionally, their utility in battles and raids ensures they remain valuable assets for trainers. The legacy of that March 2018 Community Day lives on in the hearts of players who participated. It was a day filled with excitement, camaraderie, and the thrill of capturing rare and powerful Pokémon. For many trainers, it marked the beginning of a new era in Pokémon Go, where community days became a regular and anticipated part of the game's calendar. As new generations of Pokémon are introduced into Pokémon Go, Bulbasaur's line remains a beloved choice for both new and veteran players. The combination of nostalgia, utility, and rarity continues to make them a popular choice in various in-game events and challenges. Whether it's participating in raids or simply enjoying the hunt for shiny variants, Bulbasaur and its evolutions hold a special place in the world of Pokémon Go. Chapter 45 Global Popularity Polls. In 1999, the Pokémon franchise was still in its early years, but it had already captured the hearts of fans across Japan. During this time, official Japanese Pokémon polls were conducted to gauge the popularity of various Pokémon among fans. Bulbasaur, one of the original starter Pokémon from the Kanto region, consistently ranked among the top choices. Its appeal was evident, as it stood out not just for its role in the games, but also for its appearances in the anime series. Ash Ketchum's Bulbasaur was a key member of his team, known for its loyalty and strategic prowess in battles. As the franchise expanded globally, Bulbasaur's popularity did not wane. In English-language surveys conducted in the early 2000s, Bulbasaur continued to be a favorite among fans. Its design, which combines elements of both plant and dinosaur, resonated with a wide audience. The dual-type grass-poison Pokémon was often praised for its versatility in battles and its endearing personality depicted in various media. The year 2000 marked a significant milestone for Pokémon as it celebrated its anniversary with a series of events and polls worldwide. During these celebrations, Bulbasaur once again emerged as a beloved character. Fans appreciated its role as one of the original starters, which evoked nostalgia and fond memories of their first adventures in the Pokémon world. The anniversary polls highlighted Bulbasaur's enduring appeal, as it consistently ranked high among both new and veteran fans. In 2010, another anniversary poll was conducted to commemorate Pokémon's continued success. This time, the poll spanned multiple regions and included input from fans around the globe. Bulbasaur's placement remained strong, demonstrating its lasting impact across different cultures and generations. Its popularity was not just limited to Japan or English-speaking countries. It had become a global icon. The Pokémon of the Year poll in 2020 further confirmed Bulbasaur's status as a fan favorite. Conducted by the Pokémon Company International, this poll invited fans worldwide to vote for their favorite Pokémon from all existing generations. Despite the introduction of numerous new Pokémon over the years, Bulbasaur maintained a prominent position in the rankings. Its charm and legacy continued to captivate fans old and new alike. Bulbasaur's consistent popularity can be attributed to several factors. Its role as one of the original starters gives it a special place in the hearts of many fans who began their Pokémon journey with it. Additionally, its appearances in various forms of media have kept it relevant over the years. Whether through video games, anime episodes, or trading cards, Bulbasaur has remained a constant presence in the franchise. The design of Bulbasaur also plays a significant role in its appeal. Its unique combination of plant and animal features makes it stand out among other Pokémon. The bulb on its back is not only iconic, but also serves as a symbol of growth and potential, a theme that resonates with many fans. Furthermore, Bulbasaur's personality traits, such as its bravery and loyalty, make it an endearing character that fans can easily relate to. Throughout the years, Bulbasaur has been featured in various promotional materials and merchandise, further cementing its status as a beloved Pokémon. Its image has been used in everything from plush toys to clothing lines, ensuring that it remains a visible part of popular culture. This widespread recognition has helped maintain its popularity across different demographics. In summary, Bulbasaur's enduring popularity is a testament to its timeless design and significant role within the Pokémon franchise. From its early days in 1999 Japanese polls to its strong showing in global surveys 2 decades later, Bulbasaur continues to be celebrated by fans around the world for its unique charm and legacy. Chapter 46. Fan Celebrations and Events. Over the years, Bulbasaur has been celebrated through a wide variety of official events and fan-driven traditions. Its position as one of the original Kanto starters has ensured that whenever anniversaries or large-scale promotions are held, Bulbasaur is almost always included. These events have helped maintain its popularity, introducing it to new fans while giving longtime players moments of nostalgia. One of the earliest examples of this came in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when Pokémon centers in Japan stocked exclusive Bulbasaur merchandise. Plush toys, stationery, and keychains highlighted the little grass type, often sold alongside Charmander and Squirtle. While Pikachu was usually the centerpiece of these promotions, Bulbasaur's inclusion gave fans the chance to celebrate a starter that symbolized patience and resilience. Special merchandise campaigns continue even today, with Bulbasaur frequently featured in seasonal collections at Pokémon Center locations around the world. Anniversary milestones for the franchise have also placed special emphasis on Bulbasaur and its evolutionary line. In 2016, during the 20th anniversary of Pokémon, the Pokémon Company International ran global campaigns that celebrated the original 151 Pokémon. Bulbasaur appeared on posters, trading cards and promotional products, reminding players of its role as the very first entry in the National Pokédex. Later in 2021, the 25th anniversary of Pokémon brought similar celebrations, this time with Bulbasaur included in a wide range of commemorative merchandise. Clothing, figures, and collectibles highlighted Bulbasaur alongside the other Kanto starters, marking its place as an enduring icon. In addition to merchandise and anniversaries, Bulbasaur has been featured in live events that connect fans directly with the franchise. The annual Pokémon World Championships, held in cities across the globe, often use Kanto starter imagery in banners and promotional materials. Fans attending these events have been able to purchase Bulbasaur-themed items or take part in side activities featuring the grass type. These gatherings show how Bulbasaur's presence is not confined to the games or anime, but extends into real-world celebrations of community and fandom. Pokémon Go also played a major role in reigniting Bulbasaur's spotlight. In March of 2018, Bulbasaur was the focus of the very first Community Day. Players around the world gathered in public spaces for increased chances to encounter Bulbasaur, and for the first time they could catch a shiny version. Evolving into Venusaur during the event granted the exclusive move Frenzy Plant, instantly making it one of the most powerful grass-type attackers in the game. This event not only strengthened Bulbasaur's utility for players, but also marked the beginning of a Community Day tradition that continues monthly with different Pokémon. Fan-driven celebrations have also flourished online. Social media platforms regularly feature Bulbasaur Appreciation Days, where fans share artwork, stories, and collections. Dedicated fan clubs, forums, and online communities keep Bulbasaur's legacy alive through shared enthusiasm. These grassroots efforts mirror the official campaigns, proving that Bulbasaur's appeal is not only carefully curated by the Pokémon Company, but also deeply cherished by the fans themselves. From anniversary merchandise, to international tournaments, to mobile game events, Bulbasaur has consistently been celebrated across decades. Its presence at official events underscores its importance within the franchise, while fan enthusiasm ensures that it remains beloved no matter the format. These celebrations, both large and small, demonstrate that Bulbasaur's legacy goes beyond the games and shows it thrives in the hearts of those who continue to honor it through every new generation of Pokémon. Chapter 47. Cross-Generational Connection. In 1996, Pokémon Red and Green were released in Japan, marking the beginning of a phenomenon that would span decades. Among the original starters, Bulbasaur quickly became a beloved choice for many trainers. Its unique dual-type grass and poison offered strategic advantages in battles. For those who chose Bulbasaur, it was not just a starter Pokémon, it was the beginning of countless adventures in the Kanto region. Older fans often recall their first encounters with Wild Pidgey and Rattata, their Bulbasaur by their side, ready to tackle any challenge. As the years passed, Bulbasaur remained a symbol of nostalgia for these early fans. Many remember the excitement of evolving their Bulbasaur into Ivysaur and then into the mighty Venusaur. The bond formed with this Pokémon during those initial journeys left a lasting impression. It wasn't just about winning battles, it was about the companionship and growth shared along the way. The original games laid the foundation for what would become a lifelong passion for many. Fast forward to more recent years, and new generations of fans have discovered Bulbasaur through different means. The release of Pokémon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee on the Nintendo Switch introduced a new way to experience the Kanto region. These games allowed players to interact with Pokémon in a more immersive way, capturing them with motion controls and seeing them roam alongside their trainers. For many young players, this was their first introduction to Bulbasaur. The joy of seeing it follow them around in vibrant 3D graphics brought a fresh perspective to an old favorite. Meanwhile, Pokémon Go brought Bulbasaur into the real world through augmented reality. Launched in 2016, this mobile game encouraged players to explore their surroundings to catch Pokémon. Community events often featured Bulbasaur, allowing players to gather in parks and public spaces to capture as many as they could. These events created opportunities for fans of all ages to connect over their shared love for Pokémon. Seeing families play together, with parents reminiscing about their first Bulbasaur while their children caught one for the first time, highlighted the timeless appeal of this iconic Pokémon. Fan surveys and online forums frequently showcase the cross-generational love for Bulbasaur. Discussions often reveal how older fans introduce their children to the series through stories of their own adventures. Many express delight in seeing their kids choose Bulbasaur as their starter, just as they did years ago. This shared experience fosters a sense of continuity and connection between generations. Bulbasaur's appeal lies in its simplicity and charm. Its design is approachable, with its small size and friendly demeanor, making it an ideal companion for new trainers. The familiarity it offers to older fans serves as a comforting reminder of simpler times spent exploring pixelated landscapes on a Game Boy screen. Whether through nostalgic memories or new experiences, Bulbasaur continues to bridge the gap between past and present. Its presence in various media ensures that it remains a constant figure in the ever-evolving world of Pokémon. As long as there are trainers eager to embark on new journeys, Bulbasaur will be there, ready to take its place by their side once more. Chapter 48. Venusaur's Symbolism. Venusaur's design, crafted by Ken Sugimori, is a testament to the balance between power and tranquility. This Pokémon, the final evolution of Bulbasaur, stands as a large dinosaur-like creature with a massive flower blooming on its back. The flower is not just for show, it is central to Venusaur's identity. According to various Pokédex entries, the flower's scent can calm others, and its petals absorb sunlight to fuel its strength. This duality of calmness and power makes Venusaur a unique presence in the Pokémon world. In the anime, Venusaur often appears in forested settings, reinforcing its connection to nature. One notable episode is Bulbasaur's Mysterious Garden from the original series. Here, a group of Bulbasaur gather in a lush garden to evolve into Ivysaur and eventually Venusaur under the guidance of a wise Venusaur leader. This scene highlights Venusaur's role as a guardian of nature, embodying patience and stability. The garden itself is depicted as a serene place where growth occurs naturally, symbolizing how Venusaur represents maturity. Venusaur's presence in nature-themed episodes often underscores its rooted strength. In the grass route, Ash's Bulbasaur participates in a grass-type Pokémon tournament. The competition takes place in a verdant setting, with Venusaur acting as a powerful yet calm competitor. Its ability to harness solar energy through Solar Beam demonstrates how it draws strength from its environment without disrupting it. This portrayal emphasizes Venusaur's harmony with nature, showing that true strength comes from being in tune with one's surroundings. Venusaur also appears in symbolic scenes across the anime, representing balance and growth. In Pokémon Sensation, Erika, the Celadon City gym leader, uses a Venusaur in battle against Ash. The gym is filled with flowers and plants, reflecting Erika's philosophy of harmony between humans and nature. Venusaur's role here highlights its symbolic significance as a bridge between these worlds. It embodies the idea that growth and strength are achieved through balance and understanding. In the movie Pokémon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, Venusaur is one of the Pokémon cloned by Mewtwo. The clone battle scene showcases Venusaur's formidable power, but also its calm demeanor amidst chaos. This duality illustrates how Venusaur represents not just physical strength but also inner peace. Its ability to remain composed under pressure makes it a symbol of resilience and maturity. Venusaur's symbolism extends to its role in battles throughout the series. Its strategic use of moves like Sleep Powder and Leech Seed reflects its ability to control the battlefield with patience and precision. These moves require timing and foresight, qualities that align with Venusaur's representation of growth and maturity. Trainers who use Venusaur effectively must understand these nuances, mirroring the Pokémon's own balanced nature. In various interpretations within the franchise, Venusaur stands as an emblem of balance between nature and strength. Its design and abilities reflect this theme consistently across different media. Whether in games, anime, or movies, Venusaur embodies the journey of evolution, both literal and metaphorical, into one's best self. Through its design by Ken Sugimori and its appearances across the Pokémon franchise, Venusaur remains a powerful symbol of growth and maturity. Its presence in nature-themed settings and symbolic scenes reinforces its role as a guardian of balance and strength. As trainers and viewers alike witness Venusaur's journey from Bulbasaur to its final form, they are reminded of the importance of patience, resilience, and harmony with nature in achieving true growth. Chapter 49. The Lasting Legacy of Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur first appeared in the Pokémon anime as one of Ash Ketchum's early captures. It was found in the Hidden Village, a place where abandoned or injured Pokémon could find refuge. Ash's Bulbasaur was fiercely loyal, choosing to stay with Ash rather than evolve. This decision became a defining trait, showcasing Bulbasaur's strength in its original form. Throughout the series, Bulbasaur demonstrated resilience and courage, often stepping up to protect its friends. In the Pokémon trading card game, Bulbasaur has been a staple since the beginning. Its card appeared in the original base set released in 1999. Over the years, numerous sets have featured Bulbasaur, each card highlighting its Vine Whip or seed-based attacks. The artwork on these cards often depicts Bulbasaur in lush environments, emphasizing its grass-type nature. Collectors and players alike have appreciated these cards, keeping Bulbasaur relevant across generations. The mobile game Pokémon Go reintroduced Bulbasaur to a new audience when it launched in 2016. As one of the original starter Pokémon available to players, it quickly became a favorite for many. During special events like Community Days, Bulbasaur took center stage, allowing players to catch it in abundance and even encounter its shiny variant. These events rekindled interest in Bulbasaur, reminding fans of its enduring charm. Bulbasaur's popularity is evident in fan polls conducted over the years. In 2020, the Pokémon Company held a poll to determine the most popular Pokémon from each region. Bulbasaur ranked highly among Kanto Pokémon, demonstrating its lasting appeal. Fans often cite its design and personality as reasons for their affection. Its gentle demeanor and steadfast loyalty resonate with many, making it a beloved choice. Merchandise campaigns frequently celebrate Bulbasaur. Plush toys, figures, and apparel featuring Bulbasaur are consistently popular. The Pokémon Center stores often release special collections centered around Bulbasaur, including items like mugs and stationery. These products appeal to both longtime fans and newcomers who appreciate Bulbasaur's cute and approachable design. Fans interpret Bulbasaur's story as symbolic of loyalty and self-acceptance. By choosing not to evolve, Ash's Bulbasaur embodies the idea that strength comes from being true to oneself rather than changing to fit expectations. This theme resonates with audiences who see value in maintaining one's identity amidst pressure to conform. In the anime, Bulbasaur's role extended beyond battles. It often mediated disputes among other Pokémon at Professor Oak's lab, where it eventually stayed to help manage the growing number of Pokémon there. Its leadership skills were evident as it maintained harmony among diverse species. This role further solidified its reputation as a wise and dependable Pokémon. Bulbasaur's legacy is also reflected in its appearances across various media forms. It has been featured in manga adaptations of the Pokémon series, such as The Electric Tale of Pikachu and Pokémon Adventures. These stories often highlight its bravery and strategic thinking in battles alongside Ash and his friends. The gentle legacy of Bulbasaur endures as a reminder that strength comes from identity, not evolution. Its story continues to inspire fans worldwide, proving that sometimes staying true to oneself is the greatest strength of all. Chapter 50. A Gentle Closing. As our journey with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur comes to an end, we can let the memories of their stories settle softly in our minds. From Bulbasaur's first steps in the hidden village to Venusaur standing tall in great battles, each chapter has carried us through moments of loyalty, growth, and harmony with nature. Now, at the close of this long path, it is time to rest, just as these Pokémon do when the day grows quiet. Picture Bulbasaur curled safely beneath the shelter of its bulb, breathing slowly and evenly. Its vines are no longer ready for battle, but instead rest gently in the grass. The same Pokémon that once defended its home now drifts peacefully, surrounded by the quiet chorus of forest sounds. In that stillness, we are reminded of new beginnings and of the calm that comes after long journeys. Ivysaur, the symbol of growth and transition, can be imagined in a quiet garden. Its flower bud is half open, glowing faintly in the moonlight. The weight on its back is not a burden but a promise of what is to come. As it closes its eyes, the garden settles too. The fragrance of flowers carries through the air, the stars shimmer above, and the world feels unhurried. Ivysaur shows us that change takes time, and that in moments of stillness, growth happens quietly, beneath the surface. Venusaur, steady and strong, rests under the open night sky. Its great flower folds inward as the day's sunlight fades, no longer blazing with energy, but glowing softly like embers at the end of a fire. Around it the forest breathes as one. Venusaur, once fierce in battle, is calm, a guardian at peace with the world. Its strength now is not in power, but in its ability to be still. Even the strongest find renewal in rest. Through anime adventures, through movies, through games and cards, these three Pokémon have shown us what it means to stay true, to grow with patience, and to find balance in nature. At the end of their tale, they invite us to pause, to let the noise of the day fade, and to rest alongside them. As you close your eyes, imagine walking with them one final time. The forest is quiet, the air is cool, and the stars guide you forward. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur are already asleep. Their breathing is steady. Their presence is comforting. You do not need to follow any further. The story has been told. The night is here. Let your thoughts slow. Let your body relax. Allow sleep to take you gently, just as nature's rhythms take these Pokémon into their dreams.